seconds. Alright, it's rolling.
All right. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakabadash. Number one, said, oh, the GMS will do well. Peace and salutations to the leg. I keep on the four corners, mission, truth, and sincerity. Peace be unto you. Shalom. Shah, can you start with Jeremiah 28:8?
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 28.
This is how you know that this kingdom is falling down.
In verse 8, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms.
Great kingdoms. Now, America is a great kingdom. Somebody got to prophesy the downfall of this great kingdom. So, if it's not us, who is it? Somebody's got to prophesy the downfall of America. It's how it always has been. It's always, well, it's not going to be after worse. The next kingdom after this is not going to fall, but this is how it's always been. The prophets prophesy the downfall of this kingdom. And you can actually see how, if you actually watching the news, you don't got your head in the ground like an ostrich, you can actually see how much America is crumbling. You can see the infrastructure crumbling. You can see inflation going sky high through the damn roof. Go ahead.
Against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. Quick precept, Revelation 17:5. And upon her head, upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. That's how you know that this place is so pristine, man, because of how it's built up. Right? It says Babylon the Great. Right, that great city.
And how did Babylon become great? By actually enslaving the Israelites. That's how they became great. So, basically what Esau did, that cup has to be passed on to him. Can you get Lamentation 4:21 real quick for me? Because the Most High is not going to just allow his chosen people to be, afflicted, and then nothing happens to the people that afflicted us. The Most High is a just God.
Lamentation 4:21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom.
Yeah, be glad. You got the rule. Be happy. This is your time. Enjoy it. Enjoy the lead that you got right now. So, because you ain't going to be able to enjoy it no more. Go ahead.
That dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked.
So the cup is going to be passed over to you. So until that time, just enjoy it. Just rejoice. Have as much fun as you want to have. Because this is their kingdom. You're supposed to have fun in your kingdom. So be happy, rejoice. Because sure enough, guess what? The cup is going to be passed on to you. You're going to go with slavery. You're going to be have to go 1,000 years of being a slave and then exterminated. So you're not going to be having no rejoicing times when you're under our captivity. But right now, this is our, punishment. This is our captivity. So it's going to come a time where, guess what? When we see our salvation come, Yahushua, guess what? That's when we're going to start rejoicing.
This is Jeremiah 30 and verse 11. Jeremiah 30 and verse 15. Who crieth out for thy affliction? Thy sorrow is incurable for the multitude of thy iniquities, because thy sin were increased, and I have done these things unto thee. Therefore all they that have devoured thee shall be devoured, and all thy adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity. They that spoiled thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. And that's what the Lord's going to do. What's that? Changing places. The Lord's going to hit that role reversal. Because just like the old saying it goes, trading place or anything. Yeah. As the old saying goes, a white man heaven is a black man's hell, and a black man's heaven is a white man's hell. That's what that old adage goes to. So you afflicted us, and now we have to afflict you. That's a balance. You can't have one without the other. Two wrongs actually do make a right. Negative plus a negative equals a positive.
And you know, there's a saying that the rabbit got the gun. If you ever seen in cartoons where they depict, you know, literally like sometimes it'll be the rabbit, you know, like Bugs Bunny getting hunted. As soon as he get the gun, he gotta go crazy. He like, oh, okay, nah, this is how you do it. So he actually ended up doing worse to
Elmer Fudd.
Right, exactly that Elmer Fudd was doing to him, and that's exactly what's gonna happen. You know, he's gonna get worse.
Yes. This is This is Luke 16 and 19. There was a certain rich man which was clothed in purple and fine linen, and fared sumptuously every day. And there was a certain beggar named Lazarus, which was laid at his gate full of sores, and desired to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table. Moreover, the dogs came and licked his sores. And it came, so basically, I'll start again. Luke 16 and 19, there was a certain rich man which was clothed in purple and fine linen. This rich man represents Esau, beginning with the top wicked elite. Clothed in purple because why? Back then, in the ancient world, those that wore purple had very high positions. They were doing very good for themselves. That's why Daniel, once he broke down the vision to Nebuchadnezzar, he clothed them in scarlet, which scarlet is a derivative of red. So anyone that was dressed in purple or red back then, they held very high positions. It says, and fare sumptuously every day. Yeah, because the elites are doing good. They don't have to go to a supermarket to get their food. All right? They see the cow one day, at the end of the night, it's on their dinner table. That's how good they're doing. Scripture says in Psalm 73, they have more than heart could wish. Verse 20, and there was a certain beggar named Lazarus, which was laid at his gate full of sores, and that's Jake. All right, the sores represents the different curses that the Heavenly Father put on us. It desired to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table. Moreover, the dogs came and licked the sores. I'm going to hop down to the point. Verse 24, 123. And it came to pass that the beggar died and was carried by the angels into Abraham's bosom. The rich man also died and was buried. And in hell he lifted up his eyes, being in torment, and seeth Abraham afar off, and Lazarus in his bosom. Now, this isn't talking about a place where you burn forever. This is Jacob's heaven, and Esau's catching pure hell in the kingdom. All right? So just to add to the brother's point, Jacob's heaven is Esau's hell.
This is Jeremiah chapter 49 and verse 12.
Yeah.
For thus saith the Lord, behold, thou whose judgment was not to drink of the cup and should be drunken, and art thou
Slow it down.
that shall altogether go unpunished. Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. So basically, to break that down, Esau's going to get, basically, Jesus is going to be paid unto him. So every dirty deed, every dirty action is going to be paid by us.
You got to share.
This is the book of James, chapter 2, verse 13. For he shall have judgment without mercy that hath showed no mercy, and mercy rejoicing against judgment. So this man showed no mercy the entire time he was in captivity. And there was a point, as we read in Lamentations, where it says that our punishment had came to an end. But what? They forwarded the affliction.
Did you just read that? Is that okay?
We read Lamentations earlier.
Okay. The forward of the affliction. What'd you just read?
James 2 and 13.
Okay.
You can finish up.
Continuing on, it says, and he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me. Now this devil, he wants mercy. Meanwhile, he showed no mercy to the nation of Israel.
It's also reminiscent of what Esau said, when has thou but one blessing, bless me also, Father. You know, he wanted that, a blessing too. Go ahead.
And he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me, and send Lazarus, that he may dip the tip of his finger in water and cool my tongue, for I am tormented in this flame. Which is a dark saying, it's a metaphor. In other words, he's catching brutal hell. He's on the slave fields getting whipped. He ain't ate in like 3 weeks. He's starving. He's hungry. But he still is building up our kingdom. So he's catching brutal hell, and he's praying for some type of relief, some type of help. Meanwhile, when we were at the bottom, they didn't try to help us. The brother read in Jeremiah 30, it says, why criest thou for thine affliction? Pursuant to us, when we hop up a verse, it says, who shall bemoan thee? These heathen nations, they don't care about Jake, man. They know that we're at the bottom, and they love it. It tells us that in Lamentation, the 2nd chapter. It says, but then he has the nerve to turn around and ask for some mercy. Ain't that a bitch? But Abraham said, son, remember that thou in thy lifetime receivest thy good things. Esau's doing good right now. Beginning with these top wicked elite. They have, the scriptures say they have more than heart could wish. They have more substance than someone can actually desire for. How do you wrap your head around that? And even though he has all these things, he's still not satisfied.
Yeah, what other country or kingdom ruled the entire world from all the way from LA or Hawaii to Tokyo? You know, Esau had, you know, everything. You know, even the Greek Empire had limitations. You know, this, you know, empire by Esau, this last leg, Esau pretty much runs damn near everything. Got his garrisons in every country, got his dollar, his IMF monetary fund, and all these other countries. So Esau got sanctions on the other countries. So Esau got complete dominion. What you got to complain about?
He conquered the whole world this time. Esau owns the entire planet Earth at this time, because really the other nations, even if you're dealing with the Russians, are still eating us. But even then, dealing with just America, Babylon the Great, they have control in all these other regions and part of the world. Man. You can't do anything unless America allows it. And that's what all these nations are getting upset about. They like, how the fuck you gonna tell us we can't have nukes, but you can? You gonna tell us what we can and can't do, and you're not even of us. But that's the scripture. Esau conquered the whole world at this point in time.
That's why it calls Esau the hammer of the whole earth. Yeah. This devil, he's the police of the whole earth. He can tell someone on the other side of the world what they doing wrong. All right? Then he has a nerve to put sanctions on them. He's the hammer of the whole earth. He wants to police everybody, but he doesn't want anyone policing him.
Can I read this real quick? Just real quick. Just to back you up. Job chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, wherein who is he? Just to back up the point. This earth was given into the hand of the wicked. The wicked is Esau, according to Malachi 1:4.
Continuing on, verse 25, but Abraham said, son, remember that thou in thy lifetime receivest thy good things, and likewise Lazarus evil things. But now he is comforted, and thou art tormented, which is balance. So our heaven is going to be Esau's hell, a real trading of places, which they got that from the scriptures, right? We're going to be doing good, and they're going to be doing bad.
You got planes, you got jets and shit, you got Air Force One. You're doing good, dog. What nation on the planet Earth has ever had the technology to invent a goddamn plane? You have planes, dog. You got first class tickets. You doing good. That motherfucker got cars. You got Lamborghinis, Mustangs, Ferraris. No other nation on the planet Earth had the technological advances to make these things, but you have. And look how great you become from it. But now it's time for you to go down. Because at the end of the day, who built this country and who is building all these cars and things that you want? The children of Israel, man. The children of Israel is the ones building these shit. The Corvettes is built by Israelites. Corvette transmissions. It's built by fucking niggas in a plantation somewhere. Building up a Corvette. Nigga never have a Corvette. He never. Nigga never in his life have a Corvette. But he built Corvette transmissions all day long.
Elysium.
I was working
factory, and Jakes was happy that the Hellcat engine was there. No, and what they was paying us, they were there, and
We'll never have a Hellcat. Never. Because you're not building it for yourself, you're building it for them. That's why it says that the plowman shall overtake the reaper in Amos. The plowman is us, and the reaper is Esau. They reap the goods off the backs of the children of Israel. And no one wants to accept that fact. Every fucking plantation is a bunch of niggas working in there, and they're called plants. Negroes and Latinos. And even if it's not the Latinos who build these buildings. It's a bunch of Latinos, man. And niggas. And you got some Edomites. You got Edomites in there. But they're usually the architecture, or even if it is Edomites as the workers, they're low level. They're drug addicts. Motherfuckers do drugs all day. Fucking
Their compensation is good credit.
yeah.
They can get, a car with good
They still
credit.
living better.
They still
Yeah, they
living
live a
better.
lot better.
Making less or the same, living better.
And yeah, you can make the same as the Edomite and still not do as good as them. Because because the curses that have been put upon us from the Heavenly Father, they will, and like it says, they will pursue us to the end of the world. Man. Ain't no getting away from it. Just like we couldn't get away from it, you can't get away from the Lord bringing the judgment upon you.
Right. And if I might add, this country is only about 245 years old.
Something like that.
So I think the longest a kingdom has ever reigned was 250 years. So in a small amount of time, there's people that's 100 years old right now. That's like half of this country's lifespan. So in a small amount of time, our people built this country up quick, man. It's flourishing. We put in that labor that we don't get no credit for.
Yeah, which America's been here for over.
I was gonna say, if you basing that off of 1776, it's like 3 and some change. Well, 30 plus 2. It's about 3. So officially,
long time.
but they've been over here longer.
They've been over here longer, but actually being fully established.
1776, Declaration of
But
Independence.
isn't that long of a time?
No,
They've been over here for a minute though. But
Three-
they had to fight.
3-4 generations ago, we was picking cotton.
Yeah. Well, Dave Chappelle said that.
So yeah, for some people too that are older, but for like us now in our 20s and shit, 3-4 generations ago, yo nappy-headed folk, which could have been you in the reincarnation, was in there getting thrashed and picking.
He said his grandmother or his grandfather, something like that. You can find the damn kid. But Dave Chappelle basically broke down how slavery was like 3-4 generations ago, which isn't a long time. 100 about yeah, his great grandma
right now telling a story.
or not even, or they not
Grandparents tell
they grandparents telling the grandparents telling the story of their parents. How they used to be sharecroppers, and the grandparents, their parents was in slavery. That's not a long time ago, man. That's very recent history. And that's a point that the brother brought out in the video, the brother Malak, about how a lot of them, the movement, that whole Martin Luther King movement, there was a lot of young Jake that was forward in that, man, because the older ones wasn't trying to get with no Edomites. They wasn't trying to get with no trying to eat at no white man's restaurant. I want to eat at, hey, like Charles said, I want to eat at you motherfuckers Edomites.
Older
restaurant.
Jake preferred segregation. The movie, I forget what movie is that. Forrest Whitaker's in it. He's like the dad. It's one of them nigga movies. It's a movie that kind of gives you, with Forrest, the butler. It showed because he was getting on his. If you go back, basically, the older folk wasn't fucking with that movement. It was the newer, younger Jake who wanted to get integrated in with Edom. That was one man's dream, not our dream. He dreamed about white folk playing with Susie and Sarah and them, and little Billy throwing a dodgeball in your face. That didn't come to nobody else's mind.
Hey, that nigga Charles would say, y'all nigga was stupid for getting beat by them dogs.
Yeah.
And y'all was.
Yeah. When you look back on it in retrospect, you're like,
y'all was stupid.
Yeah.
You standing there, you not. Well, even the scriptures tell you that's stupid. Because what happened in Maccabees? They fought back.
Yeah.
So the scriptures even not about to just stay here and just die. Even the scriptures show you that shit was stupid. You just stand there and get fucking fire holes. That shit hurt. Getting attacked by dogs. We gonna stand our ground. Nigga, please. I'm out.
Back you up, bro. Jeremiah 2:33. White, you can break it down too. White trimmest thou thy way to seek love. Therefore, hast thou also taught the wicked ones thy ways.
Yeah, that's what you did. You taught the wicked ones your ways, man. Now you built this country and get no credit for it. You've done all this great work in the land of America, and now you niggas have no credit for it, man. Nothing to take home to your grandchildren and say we did this. You can, even though we built a lot of this, nigga, Jake, so-called Negro made the damn stoplight. Yeah. But how many people know an actual Negro made the stoplight? No. Barely anybody, man. We built this country and get no credit for it. But that's you trimmed your ways, and now look at you, man. Look at the state that your people are in, man. And Jake runs around like he's just fine.
In his Mercedes.
In his Mercedes Benz. Well, yo, hey, what you say, Malak? What you say? My ancestors built this country and died on the floor of this fucking street, so you niggas can have TikTok.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, y'all.
So
Yeah.
you can walk your fucking dog up the streets of downtown Detroit. Yeah. You killed our ancestors for that?
For this
shit?
So you can pose
and y'all,
in the mirror.
You Edomites, you so-called white people don't even like what has happened to your own world, man.
Yeah.
You see the destruction that your parents now have brought forth.
Progenitors.
Your progenitors that have brought forth.
I used to hear saying, especially from Edomites, this is America, love it or leave it. I do not hear that statement.
You don't
No.
I have
Edomites leaving.
Yeah, they leaving.
They living in Korea.
They're actually a lot of them. Certain countries in Europe are letting people come over with grants and get land and houses. A lot of crackers are going to Europe.
My God, you still hold it?
Yeah. Go ahead. This is Isaiah 34. I'll start at verse 2. It says, "For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations." The indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He have utterly destroyed them, he have delivered them to the slaughter. You know, and that's actually the coming judgment for these nations. Because, of course, Esau, Edom, is the head of our captivity, but we had no. It says, "Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood, and all the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll." And the ultimate judgment is going to be the ICBM nuclear destruction. It says, "And all their hosts shall fall down as the leaf falleth from off the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree." Verse 5, "For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my cursed judgment. The sword of the Lord is filled with blood."
Which Idumea is the Greek way of saying Edom. So the Heavenly Father's chief target is Esau. That's why it says in Isaiah 63, "Who is this that coming from Edom? The dyed garments from Bozrah." So who is the Most High coming for? He's coming for Esau. The head of this wicked society. He's coming for the head.
They could have said that at anybody, bro.
Yeah.
They could have said, "Who this coming from the land of Elam? Who this coming from fucking Gomer?" It said Basra, bro. How Shai got his eyes on Esau, bro.
It says, "The sword of the Lord is filled with the blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of a lamb and of goats, and with the fat of the kidneys of rams."
That's y'all.
Yeah.
The lambs, the goats, the kidneys of rams. That's you people out here, man.
Goats.
That's
All you
y'all.
goats.
Yeah, goats.
That's
All
y'all.
y'all goats.
Because we're the sheep and they're goats.
Yeah. So they've been likened it to a sacrifice.
A sacrifice.
That's why it's no coincidence that saying came up.
Uh-huh. You're a goat. Yeah, you is. You are the goat.
And they use an emoji for that.
Yeah, sure do.
You sure are.
You the sacrificial goat.
Damn.
It says, It says, "For the Lord have a sacrifice in Basra and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea."
So, if I can say something, this is how you know that the Edomites is not done away with. Because you got people talking about Edomites is done away with. If that was the case, when did this happen?
When did the Messiah?
Great destruction come?
When did the Messiah come kill the
When did the
Edomites?
Messiah come back? Because it said that this is when the Messiah is going to come back to destroy Edom.
And Isaiah 63.
Exactly. Right? Second Ezra, the 6th chapter, say that Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. So when did this happen?
Yeah, he came down, killed him, dipped back off.
Dipped back out?
He said, "Nah, all right, I'll be back." Come
It
on,
makes no sense.
you still got it, Kalaya?
Because after,
How y'all doing?
What's going on?
I was trying to figure out. The Bible is already finished already.
No, not yet.
It's finished, bro.
No.
23rd chapter. He said, 23rd chapter.
I know. Okay.
23rd chapter of Matthews. He said anybody teaches the law is cursed. Woe to those that teach the law.
Are we even talking about the
23rd
law?
chapter
Are we
of
talking
Matthews.
about?
We're not
listening to
enforcing
what
the
we're
law.
talking about right now?
We're not
you don't even
enforcing
know
the
what
law.
we're talking about. You just wanted to say a little piece, and now you're gonna go finish your job. You just go ahead. Bro.
Deal with him, Deal with him. Deal with him. It's a debate. Deal with him. Deal with him.
God and the scriptures ain't fulfilled. We're still in biblical
shout
time,
out,
man.
we still in captivity,
It's like the third or fourth time
No,
this
not yet.
nigga
Stay
that
over
came
here.
up here saying that same bullshit, man. You
Yeah.
want to believe in Christianity? You believe in Christianity, man. Jake always trying to have that old Christian. He at work. He not about to stand up here and debate with us. He not about to just stand up here and talk to the Bible. We are still in biblical time to this day. The Lord has not returned yet, just like that scripture. He said it's already been fulfilled. Well, when was that fulfilled, Mr. Sweeper?
Yeah.
Mr. Sweeping, man.
They want to stay in Babylon. Everything
He want to stay in sweep. He want to stay in sweep.
He's got a slave mentality. That's a slave mentality. When you were king, you got the ruling class mentality. And you want to go and, you want to be in the rulership.
He been up here before?
Yeah, he been up here, bro.
Oh,
He
okay,
always
okay.
come up here with that same fucking bullshit, that Christian. You niggas want to be Christian, you niggas can stay Christian.
We gotta have a brick ready for him.
You gotta have a fucking nigga always do that, bro.
Throw a
He be
brick at him.
sweeping. I just want to say no,
Okay.
no, bro.
I'm remembering.
No, bro. No. Shut up. Go ahead.
Matthew 7 and 6. Give not that which is holy unto the dogs, neither cast ye your pearls before swine, lest they trample them under their feet and turn again and rend you. So he's the dog, he's the swine, and that which is holy, and those pearls, that's his knowledge, his truth. Pursuant to Romans 11 and 33. Because his truth is likened unto riches. All right? This truth is likened unto riches. So the Heavenly Father said, don't give this to everybody. All right? That's why the scriptures say, he which is holy, let him be holy still. He that is clean, let him be clean still. He that is unclean, let him be filthy. Let him be filthy still. Leave that nigga alone. What the apostle says, the nigga can't get it, we moving on.
I got something back. This is Titus 3 and verse 10. If a man is a heretic after the first and second admonition, reject, knowing that he that is such of subverted and sins, being condemned of himself. That nigga's condemned, man. That nigga's been condemned the last 3 times he came up here. He's condemned, man. Ain't not trying to, Jake, you a monkey ass niggas want to stay in Christianity, cool. You want to believe in white man Jesus, cool. And when the Lord's return and it's a so-called nigger that look like you, and he not looking too happy with you, no one told me. No, nigga, you gonna get blown away by the fear of the Lord, man. This old monkey ass nigga always do that, man. He gonna add his 2 cents and then go up the street. He's probably been doing that for the last 20 years. He probably live in a nice house in Southfield. He clean, Jake. He clean. He an old clean Jake. Probably live in a decent house in the Southfield. Got a nice car from that job. We not trying to hear that, bro. You're not even listening to what we talking about.
2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 2. And the things that thou hast heard of me, which is what? This knowledge, this truth, among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful men. So this truth is really only for men that can actually get this thing. Men whom the Heavenly Father has given the gift of faith. It ain't for every Jake. The Heavenly Father didn't give the gift of faith to everybody. So really this truth is only for the faithful. And the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful men who shall be able to teach others also. Each one teach one. So if someone comes up and we perceive from the spirit, okay, this guy can't get it. All right, and as many times we try to break it down to this guy, he ain't gonna be on the level of a teacher. Let that nigga keep going. He says, what I'm teaching you, you teach the faithful men, they can teach other people. Point blank, period.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut it to. I'm sorry, brother.
Hey, bro,
I just see that nigga so many times, man, and he do the same shit, man. He had his little Christian 2 cents and go up the street. He at work. He not about to actually sit here and debate with us.
He gonna want our help when help.
He's gonna
be there.
Then he want to shut up like a female. Man.
I'm gonna take his broom and sweep him.
Shut up again.
I got something real fast. Going off what you said. This is Romans chapter 10 and 18. But I say, have they not heard? Yes, verily their sound went into all the earth, and their words unto the end of the world. So, hey, somehow, some way, you heard this truth. Whether it was a little snippet, a TikTok, whatever. You know, there's no excuse. So the fact that you saying that the Bible is fulfilled, like, what does that even mean?
Where's our kingdom then?
Where's the kingdom?
Bro,
Is this your end? Is this your fate?
Why
to
you at
the
work?
streets of Babylon the Great?
To the
That
Lord
is the
sweep
end?
his ass off the map.
Man,
Why you at work? Why you at work?
Comfortable,
If this is the kingdom of heaven, why you working?
you should be at rest.
You worry about bills, nigga.
man.
You got bills to pay, you got cars to pay. Why you at work? If this is the kingdom, if we in the fulfillment of the kingdom of heaven, this is a raw deal then. This shortened. You got the shortest end of this thing. They got pandemics. Hey, the Lord said He'd take all sickness away and death. So where's the fulfillment of that? When has the scriptures been fulfilled, man? Certain scriptures have been fulfilled. Things have been certain. Actually, I'll get that real quick. In 2nd Ezra 4 and I believe it's verse 20. Because certain scriptures have been fulfilled, but not all.
When was the last one that was fulfilled? When was the last scripture prophecy that was fulfilled? And then, all right, this is it. Is the kingdom of heaven is get out of here.
This is 2nd Ezra 4 and
It bugs your mind out just hear somebody say that. Imagine thinking that and honestly believing that. These people are truly, really bugged out in their mind.
2nd Ezra 4 and verse 44. Then answered I and said, if I have found favor in thy sight, and if it be possible, if I be meat thereof, show me then whether be more to come than is past, or more past than to come. What is past I know, but what is for to come I know not. And he said unto me, stand up upon thy right side, and I shall expound the similitude unto thee. So I stood and saw, and behold, a hot burning oven passed by before me. And it happened that when the flame was gone, but I looked, and behold, the smoke still remained. And this there passed by before me a watering cloud, and set down much rain with the storm. And when the stormy rain was past, the drop still remained. So, well, I just keep going to name and break it down. Verse 50. Then said he unto me, consider with thyself, as the rain is more than the drop, and as the fire is greater than the smoke, but the drops and the smoke remain behind. So the quantity which is past, therefore cease. So the prophecies that have passed, there's been a lot of prophecies that have passed and have happened, but there is still a little that remains. Just like he's seen the burning oven go by, but what? The smoke still remains. Just like with the drops of rain. A storm came by, but there's still the drops still remain. Meaning there's still a few more prophecies to be fulfilled. Yahushua came, which Christian is probably thinking of is Matthew's come to fulfill. Yeah, he fulfilled the part of him coming to die for the children of Israel, But he has to fulfill the part now also of him returning and delivering the children of Israel.
Like the beast's womb was healed, right?
Yep.
The Renaissance period. So you got Esau in power. So yeah, certain things have been fulfilled, but that doesn't mean that the entire book is fulfilled.
It will always be in biblical times for the rest of eternity, because this book revolves around the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shem Shai. And this time revolves around him. We will never leave biblical time.
Real fast.
Rock headed, black nigga. Christian, you what's the apostle Tar called Christianity? Plantation Christianity. That's that shit you learned on the slave field, man. That you gotta love your neighbor. You gotta. If someone smites you, turn to the other cheek. Turn the other cheek. Yeah, turn the other cheek. Well, let me smack the shit out of you, nigga. Let me say, and you just stand there and just take it. I forgive you, my brother. And you just beat his ass. I forgive you. What you niggas have a misconstrued version of the Bible? Yeah, and that's what we were talking about. That MLK spirit, which their grandparents wasn't even for. Their grandparents probably looking, nigga, are you crazy? You want to eat at a white man's restaurant? What? Yeah, exactly. What? Well, what? They don't even know how to cook that good. They don't. You want to sit with them? But together, we can forget about that. That's you niggas, man. You want to forget about slavery? No, the Lord ain't forgot about that, man. The Lord will never forget it. The scriptures say the Lord requires that which is past. We got it.
Real fast, just to back you up. This is Luke chapter 21, verse 33. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall not pass away. And it's the words of the Lord is gonna endure forever, man. So it doesn't matter. From the very beginning, there was a law established that we were supposed to keep on this earth, and that's going to be established when the nation of Israel is in power.
Scripture say no jot nor tittle, meaning no, not the littlest thing would not you got it.
Shall no wise pass in the law.
That's what it is. That's it. There we go. I couldn't get it.
So it's not fulfilled yet, right? We still have a lot to look forward to. Jacob's trouble had to happen. You see? A lot of you are not prepared for that. You still in La La Land thinking that it's over. All I gotta do is 9 to 5, sweep the floor. You think that's what you gotta do, but that's not the case, man. The scriptures say that you gotta seek the Lord these times. Seek the Lord while he may be found. Because there's gonna be a time where all hell's gonna break loose and you're gonna be looking for answers.
You're gonna be looking for it.
And the answers ain't gonna be there.
They ain't gonna be there, man. It's not an essential job. Sweeping the goddamn, you're gonna get fired, bro. They can get a robot.
They can definitely get a street sweeper.
They can get a street sweeper. They got street sweeper. They don't need you, nigga. They will fire you on the dot.
They got automatic robot bathroom
cleaners
now.
Yeah.
Yes, they got robots that can literally. It's like a disc. No, it's not a disc. It's an actual robot. Got arms. It sprays the toilets. So this car about to be out the job. You see what I'm saying? A lot of Israel come over here to do work jobs, man. So a lot of these jobs are about to be out of the case. So what are you gonna do? You got it.
Daniel chapter 7 and verse Daniel 7 and 21. It says, I beheld in the same horn, which is talking about America, made war with the saints and prevailed against them until the Ancient of Days came, and judgment was given to the saints of the Most High, and the time came that the saints possessed the kingdom. When did this happen? If everything has been fulfilled, we would be in the kingdom right now, right? We'd be in the kingdom right now. When was it that the Ancient of Days came? Which the Most High is not physically going to come himself, but Yahweh Shai is going to come in the glory of his Father. Yahweh Shai is coming as a representation of the Heavenly Father. So Yahweh Shai is going to come to destroy this place, and the credit will go to the Most High. So this hasn't happened yet. So Daniel was seeing this vision concerning the 4 major empires that were ruled and the king that were ruled after the 4th beast went down. So when did this part take place?
Right.
Yahweh Shai's second coming and the saints possessing the kingdom. That hasn't happened yet.
Just start asking niggas, what's this 4th beast? We're all. Go ahead, Mark.
This is 2nd Ezra 6 and start at 8. And it reads, and he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau was born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. But Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it, of that following. The hand of man is betwixt the heel and the hand. Other question, Ezra asked thou not. And that's meaning that you know that when the end of the world, that's a sign the end of the world, that when Esau was the beginning and Jacob is the world to come.
Well, basically Esau, he's going to be ruling at the end of this age. When you look up that word for world, it goes back to the word Ai, meaning age. So Esau is the end of the age. Esau is going to be ruling at the last parts of this kingdom, this society. He's going to be in power at what they call the end of the world. Then comes the beginning of it that follows, which is the kingdom of heaven. So once Esau goes down, then Jacob will be in power, which that hasn't happened yet. Yeah, Esau's in power, but our kingdom hasn't come just yet. So we're still in biblical times, and there's certain prophecies that hasn't taken place just yet. Like Yahweh Shai's second coming, that hasn't happened just yet.
It's off topic. Okay, you got a precept? I did. This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 28. It says, For as it was your mind to go astray from the Most High, so being returned, seek him 10 times more. For he that brought these plagues upon you, shall bring you everlasting joy with your salvation.
Read it again.
Baruch 4, 28 says, For it is.
Can you start at 25, please? Yeah.
Baruch 4:25. My children suffer patiently the wrath that is come upon you from the Most High, or shortly.
Yeah. So my children suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you from the Most High. All right, that wrath is what the curses, being in slavery, having to sweep some streets. That's part of the curses. Because in the kingdom, we're not going to have to do that, man.
They're not going to be concrete.
Yeah, walking on concrete, breathing chemtrail air. You think this is living? This isn't a life, man. What?
It says that it's come upon you from the Most High, for thy enemy have persecuted thee.
Yeah, we still catching hell, man. Who fills up these prison systems? Negroes and Latinos. Gad is still on the reservations. Meanwhile, this is his land to begin with. Esau basically housed his shit and put his name on the house. He stole America and put his name on it. Ain't that a bitch? But meanwhile, everything's been fulfilled. Then when has that payback been fulfilled?
That's right.
Go ahead.
But surely thou shalt see his destruction and shalt tread upon his neck.
Yeah, that's literal. That's literal. This pursuant to Genesis, the 49th chapter says, Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise. Thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemy. That's literal. So in the king, we're going to get back at this devil. Like it says, could you grab Ezekiel 25 and 12 real quick? Just link that up.
You got to bring something real quick. I know you was in Daniel a minute ago, but like you're going at this point, this is Daniel 7 and 18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess it. The kingdom forever, even forever, and ever forever. But there's a, like the brother was speaking on about, hey, Judah going, like you said, literal. That's, you go to Genesis 49, you read all that, But, it gives you before and after, what's going to happen. You say Gad, a true coming, but he shall overcome at the last. So it's going to be, and Judah, it's going to give you everything about Judah and what's going to happen in the last days. And, that's what only the ears that the Heavenly Father only gave to certain men can only hear. you see what the word is given, the saints gonna take the kingdom. That's right. Brother was in Daniel a minute ago. All right, what chapter was that? 7. Yep. Yeah, you're in 7. Okay. So that's the scriptures tell you in Job 12, they're deceiving and deceived our heads. So hey, you deceived because of you think that the word's gonna be all one. You don't see no unity in nothing, right? Even us only at the elect level of the Israelites, man. Everybody's backstabbing. You can't get to like what they say criminals. What they say about criminals? There's no honor among thieves. All of this, they're so-called tough till it's time to get some years, right? They bitch up, you know. So why would you be in you can't bitch up in this thing, man? Because you was already given the forecast. What was that happening then, man? So get ready because the forecast is rain and nukes. That's part of the forecast. The forecast is what? That the kingdom's gonna be taken by what? The Israelites, man. They forever. All right. That's what this is gonna be. This is not gonna be we're gonna get together and then everybody's gonna be joined hand in hand. The scripture tell you that. Everyone that joined hand in hand was gonna say, yeah, they'll be thrust through. Gonna get that front and twist. That's that boy right there. That's soft. Get ready. These are only for the elected. The men that can actually hear this thing. It's not for the Christian church. I'm sorry, it makes it easier. And I'll be waiting when you get it back. It's not for the Christian church. It's not for Israelites that's that don't have 100% truth. Who had 100% truth? The men that believe that they have the 100% truth. Because that means you don't believe everything. Because you don't believe that the hit 'em up is gonna be that what it is. You believe it's gonna be something that makes you sleeping with white women. That's a fallacy because it's to take off the truth of the matter because the only men that really saying that's gonna be hit is guys that a great millstone and who might have followed, all right, or it still makes sense, but the Bible is the whatever, I ain't gonna go whatever whatever I don't know what he says, but I said it was stupid, Yeah, that was because the word of God is contained in the Bible. That shit was dumb. Alright? Then please accept the dumbness that was said about that. Don't so what's gonna happen, the word is you're gonna be surprised what the men of the Lord knows or the prophets know that what's gonna happen. Because what the scripture tell you was real for our learning. So continue to learn, continue in the apostles' doctrine. Alright? That's all right.
I got that Mark something called. Yeah, just real quick, because this is Isaiah 13:15. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Just to
and just like back to what the bar was saying, how we're gonna take the kingdom. This is Matthew chapter 20 and 16. It reads, so the last shall be first, and the first last. For many be called, but few are chosen. Because Jake, we at the bottom right now. We're cleaving to Esau's, needs to bring this kingdom down. When it comes to the few are chosen, that's talking about the elect, starting with the governing body, and then bringing back Israel through the incarnation. But like I said, this is, prophecy isn't fulfilled yet because we're still at the bottom. We still see a small shift, but we still see some prophecies, but there's still some prophecies that come to pass.
It's calling for the storm.
And it's real close. Ezra talked about how close it was. Because we're seeing everything starting to ramp up. You got more UFO sightings.
Yeah.
Them talking about that they supposed to have shot down.
Yeah, right.
You shot down a UFO. Okay. like there's little green men in there, and you know, oh no, we're gonna crash.
Left engine down. Left engine down.
A 9mm bullet is taking us down. We have the disease from Independence Day.
Oh yeah.
That's wild because they said anomaly. They called it an anomaly. When I heard that last week, I thought, oh, that's a chariot. And one more thing, you know why they say that? Because those balloons went up, right? Those balloons, which they got missiles on those things. But they started, you realize something. They never, remember the scriptures tell you that America's a place of unwalled villages. So they wasn't watching their skies the whole time. So when the balloons started going up, and after the 58 balloon went through America, now they want to start, and everybody saw it because they usually didn't see it. You know, nobody saying it. I saw it, but I thought it was a moon or something at the first time we heard it. Something. They're like, oh, that's cool. Then they kept hearing about it. By the end of the week, that motherfucker was in over the coast of South Carolina. And now they're watching the skies more. So now because they see, try to see. Now we got to catch the balloons. Now because they watching the skies more, they see the chariots out there, giving them. Like you said, the brother cracked up. That was funny because he said they shot it down. That's a big cat. I just learned that.
Oh, yeah.
That word.
I found the article. It said mystery object destroyed by $400,000 sidewinder, which is the jet. The missile may have been a hobby group balloon that cost just $12.
Wow. That's cat.
You saw the big cat. I'll read it again.
Oh, they said it wasn't there. It was one balloon wasn't there. They said it was
basically they not
balloons. Some was there, not there no more.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And now they said it
wasn't there. Now they saying it's there.
They said it was a balloon.
Yeah, but one of them they said over Montana when they went to go get it, it wasn't there anymore. It was there. Oh, they said it wasn't there. They couldn't find one of them. It was a couple of them in like a day or 2 or 3. And they said it was not there no more when they went to go get it. So that was, you can't just, it won't blink out. That damn balloon just gonna travel slow. The cherry was probably right there the whole time floating. Yeah. Behold, he coming in the clouds. They cloaking up in there, man. All right, nah, I'm sorry, because the brother got some scriptures now.
You want to know that? Go ahead.
The chariots are vehicles of war, and they're not even like a carnal thing. They're spiritual, right? This is Wisdom of Solomon.
They are
12.
physical though. They are physical though. They do have like the scriptures speak about how it's covered in gold and silver. They're spiritual vessels with spiritual beings in them, but they are physical. Like how this is physical. You can touch it, and it can probably go to where you can't touch it. But just like you can see it, they are. It has to be physical to be able to see it. They can walk in them, step in them, and shit. It's things inside. I don't know what's inside of it.
They can't be carnally
destroyed. Yeah.
It's not of this earth.
Yeah, basically.
It's not of this earth.
Yeah. Wisdom of Solomon 12:12. It says, and this is the Lord just flexing his power. It says, "For who shall say, what hast thou done? Or who shall withstand thy judgment? Or who shall accuse thee for the nations that perish whom thou hast made? Or who shall come to stand against thee to be revenged for the unrighteous men? For neither is there any God but thou that care for all, to whom thou mightest show that thy judgment is not unright." So nobody can stand against the Lord, against the angel. It says, for neither, okay, I'm gonna read 13. It says, "For neither is there any God but thou that care for all, to whom thou mightest show that thy judgment is not unright. Neither shall king or tyrant be able to set his face against thee, for any whom thou hast punished."
Yeah, because it's just like you had a while ago, you had an article talking about they're going to sue the Most High for destroying Sodom and Gomorrah. That right there says neither is any king or God that can set his face up against him. You can't rebuttal against the Most High. It says for what did it say?
For the nations that he created.
Yeah. What does it say in that? It said for any that is punished.
Yeah.
So when this place is destroyed and obliterated, we're gonna say to God, why'd you destroy America? The other nations are gonna come to. So you just gonna destroy that place? You know we was making money there. You know, they gonna sue them. We're gonna take you to court. Here's your subpoena. Here's your subpoena to the Most High. They indict them, bro. They gonna indict the Most High, bro. Keep going on that.
It says, for so much then as thou art righteous thyself, thou orderest all things righteously. So there's nothing that the Lord does that's not unrighteous, or that's not, that's unrighteous.
Rather it's good or evil.
Yeah. He's justified.
He's justified.
This is that name.
Just like your parents telling you, I brought you in this world, I can take you out.
Yeah.
You know, how much more the Most High?
It's omnipotent. Grabbing this for the brother. It's Revelation chapter 11 and 12. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them.
So that cloud is talking about a chariot. So we're going to be delivered. You know, how we're willing that we're of that number. We're going to be delivered up into the chariots. Now, these chariots, these clouds, you're not going to be able to shoot these down. It's possible. It's impossible. Although when you look at movies, the movies always show, you know, Esau, you know, being, you know, having his gunners and everything, trying to shoot at chariots, stuff like that. That's. Matter of fact, grab that in 2nd Ezra chapter 13 and 8, because Esau, his pride in his heart has lifted him up to believe that he actually can shoot down a chariot. They got another branch of the military that's specifically designed for basically space. I forgot what it's called. That might be it. That sounds familiar.
What, the military branch that they have?
Yeah.
Space Force.
You got that?
Yeah. 2nd Ezra 13 and 8. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight.
Right, so everybody, when Yahushua comes back, you know, because in Acts they said, watch there ye in heaven, you know, just like how he went up, he's coming back. So he's going to come back. He's going to come back in the cloud. And yet they're going to be afraid, but they're still going to try to fight. Yep. You're not going to be able to knock down a chariot. Go ahead.
Luke chapter 21, verse 26. Men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken.
It's going to come. We're going to get to the atmosphere. We're going to crack the clouds, man. Right? Just get ready for that. That's the word of the Heavenly Father. And every time you hear these words, you hear destruction. Hey, for terror, the terrors of the Lord, we persuade men. Things of that nature constantly being proven in the scriptures and what happened. Because these guys don't see nothing happening. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna still just go on with the regular day life. But the men of the Lord got ears to hear. All right, so watch what happens, man. Watch all the destruction that's to come. Their heart's gonna fail them. They're gonna die. Faint. They're gonna faint. They're gonna die. When they see what's coming on earth. And scripture tell you that all eyes gonna see them. It says, what's the scripture in Revelation 7:27 or something like that? When you come on earth, Revelation 14, when they tell about Yahushua, right? He coming, man, that's gonna be a fearful sight. Is that the land? Oh shoot! They're gonna try to hide the rocks. Hide for the face of the Lamb. They knew. They spirit knew. That's what every eye shall see him, meaning everybody, a blind dude gonna see Yahushua. Come, man. All right.
Verse 27. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory.
Clouds. Cloak themselves in the clouds, man. And clouds in great glory, man. It's gonna be they said, what they said, about 1 million angels. Gonna probably be with Yahushua. I mean,
Hey, it comes with the hundreds of thousands.
$100,000, man. Come on. They need a million man march. They got nothing to do with this. This is all power. Entering, and them your brothers. That's them are your brothers, man. Those angels are your brothers.
Only take one.
Only take one.
The Lord coming with us.
Ready.
There's a host of angels.
Ready. Already ready. Right? Man, that's what the brother actually got before.
Just real fast, because a while ago there was I think it was Israelite. He was watching the NASA feed, and you had chariots coming up on that NASA feed, man. And first it was one, first it was two, and you know what I'm saying. You saw a couple more, and then you had a whole fleet, and then you had fathership coming up, and he like, and then they cut it. You see, so you already know what's in store.
Appreciate it.
Wait 1 second.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Wisdom of Solomon 5:1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors. And when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they looked for.
All right, so they're gonna, everybody who they was looking down upon, these Israelites, these guys in the corner with dresses, they're gonna see, okay, that's who the Most High was with. That's who the Most High's chosen were. Those who were the ones who had that mark in Ezekiel, the 9th chapter. So you're gonna have people that's gonna be like, you know, look, by that time it's gonna be too late.
And most likely, you're going to get beamed up not wearing a garment. Get beamed up not wearing a garment. Might not have. He might not have those. Might be
100%. You might be beating up, but I have
it might be 100%.
It might be.
Because it's gonna come a time where you only wear these at camp. I'm not wearing this at work. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not wearing this at work, bro. I'm not walking around. They're like, I ain't got time for all this. I'm in the spirit, but in the spirit, they'll have the garment, man. Right? They'll have the spiritual garment. They'll have the garment that is required for salvation, man. And you may have some dudes with a garment on that don't get beaten up.
Right? They wouldn't get it.
They would go grab it.
Hide at the top of the roof.
Go grab their garment. Yeah, they hold it. They hold
it. Take a laser. Sunshine coming through him. Charity just passing. Hey, look at the brother next to him. The brother that was over there on the other side. You know, passing by. How you ready? Yeah. The brother still got the floor.
Oh, you got that.
This is 2nd Ezra 13 and verse 29.
It says, behold, the days come when the Most High will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth, and he shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth. Only people that be astonished is the people that don't know, or that's not paying attention. It says, and one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another. Just going to show that Esau is going to try to fight the angels. Like, to no avail.
This is Ezekiel 1 in verse 17. And when they went upon their four sides, and they turned not when they went. This and it's speaking about the chariots, meaning they can just move rapidly. They don't need to, like a plane has to go around to do a turn on. The chariot just turn. He can jump up and down. It can go diagonal. It can move in any direction it wants to. It's not defined by the laws of gravity. So, verse 18, and for the rings, they were so high that they were dreadful, and their rings were full of eyes round about them. And the chariot, being that massive force that it is, it can be terrifying to look at, man. And when it says eyes, it's not actually talking about actual eyeballs. Because if you look it up, that's how the Christians got it. They got the ring.
Oh yeah, that'd be weird.
It'd be weird as hell. It got eyes going all around it.
It's windows.
Yeah, it's windows. It's talking about windows, man. It's talking about windows because the chariot is surrounded by windows, so they can see. So they can that's how you see through something, right? Like these glasses got little mirrors up. You see through them. The motherfuckers see the most. I just see it.
It'd be weird, man.
They weird, man.
They ain't just like a muppet.
They need mirrors. They can have X-ray vision if they wanted to, but it's simple enough. But throw some windows on this bitch. But yeah, that's the chariot, man.
You hear verse 14?
Yeah, I got you. Because this whole chapter is speaking about
the whole chapter bad.
The whole
chapter is bad.
It talks about, it basically gives you the description of the chariots.
And the angels.
Called UFOs.
How they operate.
Yeah. How they operate.
Not little green men from Mars. Because when you read up to verse, I think it's 4 and 5, it says, and I beheld, out of the midst thereof came the likeness of 4 living creatures. So out of the chariot you had angels come out of it. Then it described them. It says, and they sparkled as the color of burnished brass. So they were dark skinned. See? So it ain't little green men from Mars. That whole chapter is fun.
And that book, James, there he speaks about the teepee. Now I don't know how true this is, but that's what they say. That's where Gad gets a teepee from Ezekiel, the first chapter. That's why it's an eagle on it and it's different beasts on it. But that's in that book. But this is Ezekiel 1 and verse 14. And the living creatures ran and returned as they appeared as a flash of lightning.
Yeah, speaking about the speed of the so-called UFOs, the chariots, right? There's actually a video on YouTube, I saw it a few years ago, where there's a guy, Edomite, observing a chariot, and it looked like a flash of light went from one side, it was a chariot, it went from here, pew, and went there, and it looked like lightning, literally. And I did a video on it, man. That's how fast these so-called UFOs are. So you telling me, he I got perfect aim. Pew, pow, and he shot it back. Get out of here.
When they say UFO on the damn news, that doesn't always. It just means unidentified flying object. It doesn't necessarily mean UFO. It's just it could be if I fucking threw a paper airplane in the sky and people were looking up at it and they can't tell what it is. That's a UFO.
That's Esau playing tricks.
Yeah, he's playing fucking with their mind, man. It's wordplay. It's a wordplay because when everyone sees UFO, they think it's talking. So UFO just means unidentified flying object. It doesn't mean it's aliens. It
could be a craft from another Korea.
Or that. But they're not. For one, they're not gonna let no fucking plane fly through this bitch. So no goddamn.
Hot pursuit on
Yeah, they're gonna be hot on your ass, boy. In Michigan, nigga.
No fly zone.
Yeah, it's no fly zone.
Freshest body of water.
Yeah, bro. It's crazy, man. But yeah, that's what UFO means. We know that, but UFO does not always it's a wordplay. Esau's playing tricks with the people, man. While at the same time everyone's worried about the UFO talk, which they just say is a $12 balloon. They just admit that that crisis. What do you say? The pipeline, bro, that the U.S. did that over there in Russia. And nobody talking about that. Man, nobody talking about what's happening in Ohio. Train got derailed out of water pollution. That water pollution goes to our system too.
I watched that movie White Noise last night. And it's basically the same exact scenario.
Elder Apostle Mark.
White Noise.
No, this was different. That one had chemicals too.
Yeah.
Oh no, the one happened in East Ohio, East Palestine. Yep. Bro, that has fucked so much shit up over there.
And they say
but
the
train,
the plants, the animals.
So wait, the train derailed in Port Huron had chemicals on it too. Yeah. So that's just such a coincidence.
Yeah. It's been like 5 or 6.
You know that's just how many measures they take for that not to happen. You know how many protective measures they take for that not to happen. So now just random trains derailing so easily. It's just that's just a common thing now. Trains. It's short times, man.
Just a few weeks. And that's another thing. trains also transport cargo too.
Oh yeah, food, goods and services, trucks, vehicles.
They were saying about
People.
people.
Yeah, people.
They were saying about those chemicals spilling into, I believe that's the Mississippi.
Yeah.
How they use that, how important that water is.
That's important river, bro.
That's destroying it. It's like a planned destruction of the economic system, like the agriculture and everything.
That's what this is. I'll get. This is Revelation. Yep. Revelation 8 and verse 11. And the name of the star is called, and it's speaking about the nuke when the nukes hit, because the water is going to get polluted also. But even now, you have the water being turned bitter. Can you get a? No, not wormwood. Can you get a 2 Ezra 5 verse 10? And the name of the star is called wormwood, and the third part of the waters became wormwood, and many men died of the waters because it was made bitter. Can you get that verse? Start at 9. Yeah, 9.
This is 2 Ezra chapter 5 verse 9. And salt water shall be found in the sweet, and all friends shall destroy one another.
And the main point being salt water found in the sweet. You can't go drinking no ocean water.
Can't do it.
But that's just an example for bitter water that you can't drink, and you need contaminated water. You need water to drink, no matter what. You need H2O. That's not H2O, right? That's the water. I'm bugging. But you need water, bro. You need water. That's an important part of everyone's daily life. It's like in the water, you gotta hydrate. But now the water is being polluted. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna have to go to who to get water now? If the water's polluted, who are you gonna have to go to get water? Esau. That's gonna be if the measures of you having to rely on the government are only going to get worse and worse and worse, because they're going to have to implement something that's going to control the people.
Real fast, because he's destroying all of your avenues to self-efficiency.
Yep.
You see, so he's destroying your farms with giving you this GMO ass feed for your animals.
And they showed you that on Jurassic Park. They had the locusts was
nasty. Up all the natural agriculture and not targeting the GMO agriculture. So what is that? That's
and it was planned.
Yep.
It's gross, man. I'm sorry.
I cut you.
That shit was gross, boy. Them locusts in that movie, that shit was bad.
Esau also paid farmers to euthanize their animals and destroy their crops. He paid them more than what they would have received if they would have sold. You know what I'm saying?
Because wasn't that not too long ago when you had those thousands of cattle? Yeah, the chickens too.
Well,
you had 1,000 of cattle.
That was in 2019. There were a bunch of right before the pandemic, when all those floods happened. A bunch of floods happened, and it killed a lot of farm life and crops, and have never recovered from it.
So yeah, all your avenues are being rerouted to Esau. So now you're gonna have to depend on him when all hell breaks loose. You're not gonna be able to just run to the little creek over there.
Damn.
You're gonna have to go straight to eat because you're thirsty.
Because you can't go even if you can't go run the little creek. Because the water's contaminated. So you gotta go there. You gotta go there.
And then what's gonna happen? He's gonna say, look, if you want to drink or eat or buy or sell, you're gonna have to do what? You're gonna have to take this thing.
Or have a nice day. You know, as a matter of fact, let's come
here. That's why it's important to seek the Lord now, so you can build up your faith. You know, the Lord fed Elijah with ravens.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, also during ancient Rome, they had rivers that was polluted. You had a lot of them had lead in it too. During ancient Rome time, you know, and so stuff is getting more serious. Right now, it's funny. We March is approaching real fast. You have right. You have the U.S. federal government. They're ending the SNAP benefits for the emergency SNAP benefits that they use for the pandemic. You know, so a lot of that's going to get reeled back.
You know, 'cause a lot of people was, you know, you got the emergency pandemic SNAP benefits on top of inflation. You know that's coming. So a lot of Jake is dependent on that. You know, it's right.
That's it here.
Right. You know, it's about to get real serious.
It's gonna be snapped away.
Well,
They're gonna win the snap.
Go ahead.
Okay, Book of Sirach, over chapter.
No. Man, you got that's a nice Bible though. Ecclesiastes.
I got that. Ecclesiastes 12. Yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah, he got it.
Yeah, Ecclesiastes chapter 12.
No, bro.
You want Sirach 12?
No, that's
He's in Sirach.
Oh, you in?
Yeah, Ecclesiastes. Yeah. That's classy. I got you.
Yeah, that's like it is nice.
They got Sirach in there?
He got
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you in the pocket. Yeah, this is a pocket.
Yeah.
So you want to go a little earlier?
He good. Your brother
I already got it. It's cool.
Yeah.
Get that, bro. Got the pocket.
That, bro.
KJV. Yeah.
Nice
It's
Is
well,
that what it is? Calf skin, God.
He said it's calf. Let me get up here. It's Ecclesiastes 12 and verse 1. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. While the sun and the light of the moon or the stars be not darkened, and the clouds return not after their rain. Speaking, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few. Those that look out the window be darkened, because the window's what? That's the economy. You're looking at the future economy, and all you see is peril. Well, like they did with the AI thing. The AI it showed it. Basically said what will basically be the end. It basically showed the end. It was like a little clip, and it showed it was like a dude, and it just was going, and it kept going, and it said basically the end of them was being destroyed by nuclear missiles. So it was like a prediction, Verse 5. Also when they shall be afraid of that which is high, and fear shall be in the way, and the almond tree shall flourish, and the grasshopper shall be a burden, and shall fail. And what's that? That's famine. Because what does a grasshopper do? It destroys your crops. It's a crop eater. It goes around destroying crops. And you American, you're something else. You're something else, man. You think food just grow on trees, baby? I mean, they do. They do. But how do we get to the supermarket? How do we get to the supermarket? Bro? That's what I mean. You think food? No, I didn't even say that. You think food grow on trees, but I mean, you think the box of oatmeal just pop up on a tree? Quaker Oats. Quaker Oats. You just grab it off the tree and just walk, boy. That's how people think. Just add a little water to it. There you go. You think the Red Bear pizza box, you just pull it out the ground. They just pull it out the ground. You know, just pick it up. It's all in the box. Yes. God is shit. Well, they got something prepared for y'all Americans, man.
He got a piece of
He and I didn't see him till now, but he got that pizza. I just got this. And he think that the pizza sauce just was already on it. No one made it. Just popped out like that.
That's why people get mad when their food's not ready. They think that it's just supposed to pop up.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
I got you right.
That's because Esau got us on this hamster wheel.
Yeah.
Wake up, work,
you know, pick your kids up from school. It's like, so people so used to convenience.
Hey, shit, now, I remember fast food used to be fast. Fast food now taking slow as hell. You very right. The whole point of actually getting fast food because it's convenient, because it's fast.
Yeah.
So you now, it's best, you know, that is actually cooking actually real
Might as well.
meal. Right, because it's
Might
going to
as
take the
well.
same amount of time.
It's gonna take the same amount of time, bro. Food take a second to and it's gonna take better. But fast food, honestly, fast food, that shit, fast food always been around. Like even in Rome, they had like a thing where you could go get, but it wasn't like how you get a burger and shit. It was like bread and little things and stuff like that. You can, they got people out cooking and shit like at the market ready, and they'll have it ready. You can just, you know, grab and buy. So that's that idea that's always been around, but more like a marketplace system, not like fucking 3 in the morning. You can go to get some DoorDash and some McDonald's to yourself or some shit. But
I remember one time I think we went somewhere where we ordered like food and we had to sit and wait so long. I think we went to the casino or something like that just because we were sitting waiting for a table and everything. You know.
Was that the picture that you sent? That was where we was at? That was it, because it took a while.
I'm gonna keep going on this, and because men goes to a long home, and the morning goes about the street, and every the silver cords and or the golden bowl be broken, or the pitch be broken up at the fountain, or the wheel broken at the cistern. Then shall the dust. Okay, that's basically the point. The Lord basically giving an example of breaking down this society, and that's what the Lord did to Egypt. He destroyed the economics of Egypt. That's why I said that plague shall come upon this place as Egypt once again. Because what did the Lord do? He destroyed Egypt economically. When you look at the plagues, he destroyed the cattle. Now, did he need to destroy the cattle? But no. But when you destroy the cattle, what does that do? It's going to affect the people. They don't have any cattle, they can't eat. Can't eat, that's a famine. When you said pestilence, you said sicknesses, people sick and dying, they didn't even have the food, necessary materials to even heal themselves. The Lord destroyed Egypt economically, and it's doing the same thing with America. Is destroying it economically and monetarily. And it's the same thing happening again, but even on a greater force than back then.
People consider Ohio's mostly farmland. Like if you drive it to the south, it takes the longest to drive through Ohio, and then everything else be a breeze. So you know that was planned, like orchestrated.
Yeah, this is Revelation 6 and
verse
6. And it reads, and I heard a voice in the midst of the 4 beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny. And see, thou hurt not the oil and wine. Now that's talking about the fact, inflation. You know, what we're going through now is going to get worse. And also, if you are the elect and get this word, that's something, that's about hurting not the oil and the wine. You know, if you get this word and believe and
But that part concerning the oil and the wine, that's the Lord preserving the word.
Yeah.
Lord preserving the word. We're not the oil and the wine. It's throughout the ages, the Most High still allowed His word to be preserved. But yeah, to your point, yeah, that first part, yeah, that's the inflation. That's why the food prices are going up. I was at the supermarket the other day, and there was a lady that was stocking some eggs, and I asked her, hey, I said, has eggs been going up? She was like, yeah. I'm like, God damn, this shit true. TikTok don't be lying sometimes.
Inflation is going up. Your dollar is worth less than it was. Right.
Inflation.
Yeah, giving you less. And on top of that, you know, there's so many contributing factors that's contributing to this inflation. You have the Nord Stream pipeline. You know, the sanctions on other countries. You have basically Russia has a basically Russia implemented against Japan and UK and America and other places that they can't fly over basically over Russia and stuff like that. And so when Russia is huge, in places like Japan that need to fly to, let's say, certain places, you can't now fly over Russia. You now got to go a whole different path, go to whole different airports in order to transport those same goods. So guess what? Those goods now you got to mark them up because they can't, that trade route that they was going to, they can't go over there, which is the most easiest and efficient way. You know, you got China who having issues over the China Sea, staking their claim over there, trying to, say, no, you can't come over here, you can't go through it. These are all trade routes, and if you can't go through there, you got to go even further, more, even to get your goods to where they need to be delivered at. So a lot of deliveries are taking longer. You have the gas, the price of oil going up, diesel oil going up.
Barrels.
Barrels. That's what I missed at the water. So all of this is happening simultaneously. You have supposed to have a shortage of baby food. I don't know if that ever stopped.
That's still going.
Oh, that's still going. Right. So you have people losing their mind. A lot of people can't handle this stuff.
Well, you got niggas talking about CM.
Right.
Yeah, and then you got you niggas are in the wrong mindset, bro. You're in the wrong mindset.
They ain't seen nothing yet. Everybody live comfortably because they feel like ain't nothing happened to their door yet. Until all of a sudden somebody comes up and shoot your place up, and it's one of your parents or your kids or stuff like that.
You can't pay your rent.
Right. I'm sure those people at Michigan State didn't think that they'd ever get killed.
That shit was last week. I forgot about it, bro. Yeah, that shit happened this week. Yeah. Them motherfuckers.
It was supposed to be 71 shootings within 6 months of
The point that you was making about people having a hard time, like Jake, you was struggling and having to make ends meet. The problem that comes with you might start fucking tripping out because they can't live the life that they normally live as that middle class,
The middle class is being destroyed. Back in 1980, if you made $100,000, you had the equivalent of $300,000. Now you're making $100,000 a year, still living paycheck to paycheck, and you're only making that. You're only breaking even. You're not making any more. You're not making, or you are. You're not making any more to sustain the life that you're living. You're just breaking even. That's why the majority of people, no matter how much money they're making, they're still living paycheck to paycheck, man.
They used to say you would get a bang for your buck.
Yeah, you're not.
Dollar take you a long way.
Yeah, the dollar take you, and it's not doing that no more. The dollar is not taking you anywhere.
Did you send that article that like 51% of Americans make $100,000 like little paycheck to paycheck?
Yeah. I didn't say. I think the water sent it. Because I did a video, and I did a video and I just was looking at. I just like how much what happened 1980 to now. You just barely breaking even, man. I think it's $6,000 more if you're making $100,000. That's how much you make more, which ain't shit in the grand scheme of things. You barely majority of Americans don't have the money in their bank account to solve $1,000 problem, man. Why is that? That's because inflation, man. Inflation's so bad. If something randomly happens, people don't have the money for it, man. Or they got to take. And people don't have the money for it, but what they'll do, they'll take out a loan. They'll just max out their credit card, go bankrupt to get some money back. They'll do these things, but that just puts you in debt. And what is the currency of slaves? Debt.
20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, there was a time where you could afford a family. You could afford a family, you could afford a wife, and she wasn't working just off of one man's income alone. Now, You can't do that.
Yeah.
You know, you got people who are, you know, so-called rich that's, you know, struggling. You got people who actually have to have roommates who have to actually go online and rent out a room in their house and stuff like that, and actually people who actually, you know, pay rent to see people who actually post ads online to rent out their rooms. This is the economy that we're in right now. It's way different. I was also sharing in our group chat that the average age where kids are moving out now is between 24 and 27. That's the average age that people are moving out now. So there's people who ain't even moving out of their own parents' crib till 26, 27. That's regular. That's normal now.
They ain't coming back.
Right.
Yeah.
Boomerang kids.
I know so many motherfuckers that live back with their parents.
Right.
Because that's I think millennials, their generation is a roommate generation. That's what they call it. They're the roommate generation. Because they never gonna have that amount of money to buy their own house, man. They're the roommate generation. Shit, hey, that's how bad the world. And God knows with this new generation. Good Lord, bro. Good fucking Lord.
Most of us coming out of high school, man. If your parents ain't teach you financial literacy, you don't even fucking know.
You didn't know.
You just go out here and make the mistakes.
Yep.
A lot of MBs, they teach their daughters that financial literacy, but they don't teach their sons. For the ones who actually do a little bit of financial literacy themselves, you know, they'll teach sometimes they'll teach their daughters that, but they don't necessarily teach their sons that. Somebody has something. Yeah, go ahead.
No, you got something.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to go straight to the point. Right? Okay. Second Ezra chapter 15, verses 19 to 21. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but he shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil the goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Okay, and it's gonna be so bad out here. Ain't gonna be no more grocery stores, no source of food, and people gonna just bug the hell out. That's not in the spirit of the Lord.
So that's the first thing to go.
And Jake will be there grabbing 85-inch TV.
With no power. With no power. With no power. And the power out, nigga.
They get the PlayStations and shit. Hey, you can get the prime noodles for you.
Nigga got a generator with the PlayStation and the TV with no Wi-Fi. All the food in the refrigerator bad now though.
No gas.
Because the nigga didn't use the generator for the food. He used it for the TV and for the game.
Go ahead and have the generator running in that deal. He got food.
Oh, you got food.
I feel fuel in there.
And then
You got a pool. You got some gas in it.
Hey, brothers gonna be just watching. All right, let's go over there now. They just fought to the death over there. Niggas, he's gonna a bunch of motherfuckers fighting for this shit.
You hear that shit running?
They all gonna fight to the death. The brother goes, excuse me, sir.
What was that movie? What was that movie with that movie with Brad Pitt? I think he was a cop or something. All hell broke loose.
World War Z.
That
World War
one,
Z.
yes. He ran into the convenience store. Everybody was in there taking shit. And he was about to take some shit, and the guy looked and he saw that he was a cop. Yeah, Brad Pitt looked and he was a cop.
Yeah.
They both stared at each other. Cop gets to taking shit too. And that's how bad it's not to get, man.
That's the regular people.
That's how bad it's about to get.
All they got is a badge up there. They regular motherfuckers.
Regular, man. You got the too.
I know
You know
some
what that
guys.
meant though? You know what that meant? Why he was doing his job, his shit went down.
How does that work? He policing a damn grocery store.
Yeah. While he was at work, this shit went down. Because he was in the middle of a that's
Middle of his shit.
Yeah, because that's why the scripture tell you when they say peace and safety. It's destruction. Right? All the, you know, that's what's going on. It's gonna be a hit. The world, everybody is gonna be like the dollar has fallen.
Bro.
Drop.
That's gonna shake the world.
Oh, you see that line? That line goes straight up?
Motherfucker be farting off. Yeah.
That shit gonna show up on your phone. Breaking news. Breaking news.
Yeah, breaking news. Feel me?
The dollar has fallen, has collapsed.
Yeah.
And the only thing that is somewhat keeping the dollar afloat is, you know, for the most part, you know, oil is traded in
Petrol.
Right, petrol, oil is
shit, they changed that,
US
brother.
dollar. You know, and right now, you know, you're in countries that have backed away from it. They're not doing that no more. You know, also, you have what's going on is a lot of countries are starting to move to electric vehicles. So, you know, a lot of, you know, that will also put a more dent. You know, this economy is rapidly changing. It's not like, you know, if you go decade to decade, you know, sometimes, you know, they be similarities, you know that from 2000 from 2020, the world has changed so drastically in just 23 years. Man, like it's insane how much this world has changed and is rapidly advancing. You can honestly see, if you got spiritual eyes to see, you can see how fast this dollar will collapse, how quick they will be ready to institute this one world currency in response to this dollar collapse. Go ahead.
This is James 5 verse 1. Go now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garment is moth-eaten. Your silver and gold is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you. Shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasures together for the last days. So it says the garment is moth-eaten. What is a garment that is eaten by a moth? It's trash. It's garbage. It's worth nothing. It has lost its value. Molds and shit. That's like how you spend more and receive less. That's trash, man. That's a moth-eaten garment. Because you're spending more, you spend $100 and receiving way less than what you would have spent in 2019 even. Because it just like a moth or a canker, it just eats away. Just keeps eating away at it, keep eating away at it. So it's just fucking holes and fucking tattered t-shirt, man. Till it has no value. And what do you do with something with no value? You got to get rid of it. You got to discard it. And that's what they're going to do with the dollar. They're going to discard it and bring in that digital dollar. With that thing.
You can feel how, you know, this dollar is changing. You know, every year, you know, Black Friday it gets worse, and worse.
Nobody hit that.
Right, your Christmas is worse.
I went to the mall. It was cool. It was a regular day.
Right.
I got the sales.
Right.
I got the sales.
I remember just a few years back, you know, you went to the mall. It was still somewhat busy. This past Valentine's Day, I remember all the women used to get their hair done, the nails done. You know how many ponytails and lace front braids you just saw on a regular day? You know, they don't got the money to spend for these consumer holidays, right? Because they broke. They don't got money.
You got it, or they do the online thing. But the thing with the money, there a lot of people have to prioritize their money because you can't just spend frivolously. You can't frivolously. You can't just be spending money like that. Or your bills ain't gonna be paid. Your rent gonna be late. Everyone is just making enough to get by, man. Like that song, just to get by.
Appreciate
it. It's even Edomite did a video. He said, man, I don't even want. He said, I ain't want no nice car, no nice thing. He said, I'm just trying to live. He said, I can't even do that. He says, hey, sometimes I just want a nice pair of shoes. He said, I'm barely making anything, man. He said, I can't even save up to get a pair of shoes.
You know, you must already live free.
Yeah, they live free.
Spend their money.
Yeah.
And so imagine how tight it is.
Oh yeah, they tight, boy. He like tight on his shit now.
Let me see a lot of Edomites at my job. You know, it's a lot of the Edomites. They live a lot of times in several houses all together. You know, and I'll see it's a lot of them be wearing Skechers. They ain't got the latest Jordans. It's like
they cheap
They last a long time.
When you say they're a cheaper brand value, instead of some Yeezys, 220. You know what I mean? It's a group of I think they're from the Middle East and shit. It's like it's a condo. It's a condo and shit. It's like 20 Arabs from overseas living at one. And it ain't that big, man. 20 people live in one house. Them Arabs over there, my mom lived at, man. They be having like old beat up cars and shit. They trying to be doctors and shit. And they all in school.
The house was nice.
20. No. It's just a regular condo. Okay. It's not one of them fancy condos. It's what they call a condo. This shit ain't nothing. You know, anyway, it is what it is. But it's 20 of them right across the street. I mean, they ain't across the street. It's in the same division. 20 of them. You know, so they all pay for $10, probably $20 a month for the rent. You know what I mean? They cars are terrible.
I bet they got a cheap water bill too.
Yeah, right. No, they don't. Flushing all the in the bathroom. They probably got that.
Oh no, I get why you. Nah, they not showering.
Yeah,
they got to see water.
I had to stop them. These little idiots used to park behind my mama's car, like all the way up. Like, how she gonna get the fuck out, you idiot? I had to check out on these motherfuckers, man. But she couldn't get out. She an old lady. She can't tell you nothing. She stuck in the house all day. You don't move all the way up under her carport. And stupid shit, like dumb shit. I had to stop them motherfuckers. They don't go there no more. They don't even they don't get that far. You know, but they got like 100. They got a whole bunch of cars parked out all around. They ain't even in front. They like a lot of them. But that's how they came in. That's not a country like that. Right? That shit people like that gonna come here, and it's still gonna need more people to come. You're gonna need 40 to stay together if that's the case, instead of just the 20.
Or they just gonna stop coming all together. They gonna go back to their own.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what they gonna do. They gonna see it beforehand. He said, the brother said, because they don't take no shower and shit. It's gonna be garlic and old busty ass.
Jeremiah chapter 51 verse 8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain. If so be she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go, everyone, into his own country. For her judgment reaches unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. So yeah, you know how these nations going back to their hometown, man. Because what? The whole American dream coming over here and living that lavish life is not suitable anymore. It's over. It's done. It said take balm for her pain. Wait, because you think that this place can be salvaged. There's no salvage in this place.
Yeah, Isaiah 10 and 2. 1. And it reads, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievances which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless.
They said that they might rob the fatherless. Read it again, bro.
You're supposed to break it down when you read it.
Yeah, just get that. That's why he paused for.
Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievances which they have prescribed. They're writing all these tax laws, this law, that law, to keep you down on that. Verse 2, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people.
It's like a loop you always in my damn devils, man. Always a loop. They got you this way, box you in that way. All these damn laws and shit. You know, they say they got 40,000 laws. that they put in every year. A guy, they just add more laws, man. You pigeonhole in this place, man. Right? They're going to be collateral damage also, you know, and soon enough with the laws. They got to abide by these laws. No, if they don't, Jake don't have to. Like you had the dude that was recently in the video of trying to do his sovereign rights, and why are you pulling me over? Man, get the fuck out of here. Give them that information, man. All right, because what happens now? You go to jail. You know, devils just devils. They don't need your information for a traffic stop. You don't have drugs on you, but when he start out, you know what it is, right? Go ahead, bro.
And they also supposed to be this will be a righteous decree, shall I say? They overturned the Roe v. Wade, you know, and a lot of NBs especially were upset. They thought they wouldn't be able to get an abortion the next day, which certain states you still can, but you got certain states where they like you can't have it at all. But they're also trying to, you know, basically change it to where those pills, I think I forgot what it's called, but it's one of the ways that you get abortion is a surgical abortion where they actually shove something in you, whatever. And then there's the pill. Plan B. Okay, but I don't know if it's necessarily. I think Plan B is like it's like days. Yeah, morning after. I think it's 72 actually. 72 hours. Yeah, the other one, you know, you got to be like a little bit further in the pregnancy, and then that's effective way to abortion. They're trying to outlaw that as well. Go ahead.
That widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. And what will ye do in the day of visitation and the desolation which shall come from far? To whom will ye flee for help? And where will ye leave your glories?
They rob the fathers, man. They all bad. They are just big. They robbing Jake. You know, ain't no way we don't have shit. They rob us regardless, man.
Tax refunds this year too.
You pay probably 100,000. You paying 16, 17,000 in taxes. Some people doing, and you only getting maybe 5, 6, 7 back. All right, or 100,000, $1 billion. That's why, you know, this devil is gonna have to, you know, because all that comes off the back of Jake. The day you was born, you would give it to these motherfuckers, man, on that warehouse receipt for the birth certificate. Right? That's an unrighteous decree too. Right? Because and then you get a death certificate. Why? Because you're not a product. That product is obsolete now. You know? So now I got it. Oh, okay. No, okay. This is not in the warehouse anymore. Right? This new baby born. This is because that birth certificate actually has the same paper as your dollar. That's your money. It's the same paper. Right? With numbers on it and everything. You know? So the unrighteous decrees are given, man. Just to what? To pigeonhole Jake. We always, what's the iron above, brass below, or whatever. We always between a rock and a hard place. Always stuck. Never could really get out of this hole. That's why we need Yahweh Shah to return for us, right? Because we'll never get it, man. It'll be worse. What's gonna be worse? What? It's gonna be slavery all over again, right? Right? You like in Egypt, they sold themselves. They gave their lands, you know. So what that do? They became servants to the Egyptians, right? Meaning they were slaves. No, the Heavenly Father ain't having that no more. We're not gonna be dealing with the so-called white man like that. He's gonna be serving us. That's right. He's gonna have to serve us forever, all right? This man is in big trouble. All right, and he's gonna hate the unrighteous. He gonna hate the righteous decrees that we push out. Right? Brothers had dreams that they seen. You know, a brother had a dream of a video made that they was looking through us through some type of gate or fence, or when we was coming off our cherries and shit, looking good, and they you know they hated us. You know what I mean? When they saw us. Yeah, because. This kingdom you got, and the arrogancy of this devil, man, this pompousness of himself, he don't think it's nothing gonna fall down. All right, his analysts don't, but they think they got bunkers that they're gonna hide in. They think they can tell you. Some of the guys that's telling you some esoteric things. Maybe they Jake, maybe that. Watch out, we got COVID D out here. Watch out.
COVID 23.
COVID 23. Exactly. That's a great way to put it. Cause that, hey, man.
That's that COVID.
Get that COVID D in there. Cold.
In the show, nothing.
Man, none of that. None of he had.
10 feet.
Like 30 feet. Shit. Whole state feet. Shit. Man, but give it time. Everybody look. That's why it's so easy. That's why it's so great. The Lord got His men out here delivering His word. So you people watching this. You got people like watching the elders. You got a lot of elders, but you got elders that get a lot of views, thousands of views videos. Them ain't all Hebrew Israelites. Them ain't Hebrew Israelites, 19,000 that's watching. It's other nations that's watching. A lot of elders, man, and watching the videos and seeing these things. So they condemn, you know, but they're not condemned yet. That's why they ain't gonna be condemned. They see all this dollar drop. They're gonna see that the ships ain't coming in. All right, it's gonna be too late. I think they say the men gonna try to go back to their land. Some gonna try to go too late. That Pomps, hey man, these goddamn Chaldean Arabs, man, they are some goddamn man. They some arrogant motherfuckers, man. They gonna straighten the fuck out.
Precept.
Right?
Got something for them too.
Yeah, we got something for them too. That man, a lot of them are Greek babies. You know, a lot of them are Edomites. A lot of them are Edomites, man. A lot of them Edomites, but still the ones that's not. Yeah, man, it don't matter either way. They had a hand in all these nations had a hand in this. Hand in this. They hissed, they wagged, they clapped. They was happy. They still happy that you pursued and you subdued. Right? They look at you as they walking by. They give you that, you know, that Edomite smile. I can't even. I hate that smile, man. You got Jake doing it now. I can't even do it. They out here giving. The smile they give you is just. Some people, some Edomites want to tell you because they might be Jake that's telling you. They're trying to tell you, yeah, they think y'all blah blah blah. Ain't, you know, y'all don't have shit. Eric told me one day last week because he did something when I was at. He said, hey, he called me a bastard. Now you know he think we ain't got fathers and shit. He called me a father. He called me a bastard. And he was bad at sponsoring shit.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
He said it to you like lately.
Man, he was walking.
Dang. Oh yeah.
He was walking away. I'm at work. So fight him because I'm at work. You know, he's doing that shit. You know. So anyway, they think you don't have no father. We don't. We don't get a lot of us don't, man. You know. So the instruction gonna come. Anybody got precepts, man?
Got precepts.
No, I got it.
You got yours for you?
Oh no.
Okay. Y'all got precepts?
Yeah, I got precepts.
I know y'all got precepts. I bring the precepts out, please.
Yeah, real fast, because this is going into them being our servants. This is Psalms chapter 149 and verse 5. Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth and a two-edged sword in their hand to execute vengeance upon the heathen, you see, and punishments upon the people. So that's all the heathen, man. Edomites, Ishmael. It says to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron to execute upon them the judgment written.
This mountain needs to be changed too.
This honor have all his saints praising the Lord Yahweh. See? So that's what we're hoping for. You know? This is what we're hoping for, man. You know? To bind these elite in shackles and chains and to be empowered in rulership. Right? Here's the patience and the faith of the saints, as it is written. You got it.
Book of Ezekiel chapter 7 verses 19, they shall cast their silver and in the streets, and their gold shall be removed, their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of to deliver them in the day of the wrath of the Lord, Yahweh Shai. They shall not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bowels, because it is the stumbling block of their inquiry. Iniquity. Yeah, so that's gonna be something else too when it happens.
Bread, man.
Yeah.
That they don't even want to. And the jewelry store is gonna kind of be still full with jewelry. You know, and that day, man, ain't nobody gonna want that shit.
Ice out.
They can't even out here with a garment on.
Let me get that.
Garment on.
That's what Solomon
You got the garment on. You got the garment on and the dog. We ain't doing none of that. Brother just being funny. So you know that shit. That's land based, all type of stuff. And you know the best gold was in America.
Yeah.
They got all the gold. They got everything on this land, man. They got everything that, you know, and I don't care. It's gonna burn up. This place is called Ophir. You know what Ophir means? You know, y'all brothers know what Ophir means? So what was you say? Ophir, you was Ophir? Yeah, it was Ophir. O-P. Y'all know what Ophir means? Yes,
No.
America's called Ophir in the Bible. So y'all know what it means?
We brought it out a couple times.
Yeah, we brought it a couple times.
No?
You don't know? Okay. Just remember, it means Ophir, and it ain't easy to remember, but just remember some of these things. Ophir means burning.
Yeah, burning pitch.
Burning pitch, yeah. So the Ophir means burning. So the America is called Ophir. Guess where they got the gold? And it was so, a lot of times they got gold.
It says reduce to ashes.
Reduce to ashes. Reduce to
Yeah, I
ashes.
knew it had something to do with burn.
Right? That burn.
How you gonna reduce something to ashes?
Yeah.
Burn it.
Yeah.
Fire.
Fire.
Yep, that's how this place is going to be destroyed. Thermonuclear missile fire. So it's a nomen omen like
Nope.
It's a nomen omen like Apostle Kubar said. It's when there's a nomen omen when the name of a certain place has a meaning to what it's going to pertain to, right? So Ophir means what, burning ash. So this place is going to be burnt up.
You got a precept. You got a precept. Precept.
I got the other.
Because I had that.
This is Revelation chapter 18, verse 1. And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird.
Now, what for y'all brothers? What's that? What time? What is the part he just read? What is that? When is that going to be fulfilled?
Once everything's destroyed,
At the end?
I'm just gonna be looking.
Yeah. When everything's destroyed, only thing that's going to inhabit even then it's going to take time for even to get to that, because the desert creatures gonna have to. They have to get here. They can't just be in fire, just they burned up and shit. So that's gonna be a process, because even the whole kingdom of heaven is gonna be a process of building off of the downfall of this place, man. We not just gonna be in the kingdom and poof, everything's gonna be built. It's gonna take time and 1,000 years. You're gonna have to break them.
They refresh.
Yeah, the refresher. Who knows? They gotta clean the bodies up. They gotta fix. They gotta do these
all
things.
the weapons.
Yeah, get rid of the weapons.
No more guns.
You gotta find the missile silos these motherfuckers just made. You gotta get rid of them. Melt
the streets.
Yeah, it's a lot of work that needs to be done. That 1,000 years is gonna be a process of the kingdom of heaven being built up.
Verse 3. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her.
They took a part of the image of the beast, man. Drunk of the philosophies of the image of the beast, man. They all took hold of it. Go ahead.
And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies.
Because everyone comes here to make their money. The Arabs come here to make their money. The Chinese come here to make their money. The Indians come here to make their money. Every nation under the sun comes to America to make their bread. Even our own people. Mexicans come here to make their money. Everyone comes here to make bread because it's that whore, man. Everyone is taking a piece of that, just like a hoe. What did everyone do to a hoe? What did everybody do to a whore? They get a piece of that ass. They get a piece of that ass. Everybody getting a piece and then leave. They after you used her up, they took a piece. Just like a hoe from your high school or some shit. Everybody that had this hoe. Everybody, you don't keep this hoe. You just smack her until you done with it. You just tear that ass up until you done. She got that good shit too. That's why everybody come to her. She got that good shit, man. She got that good. Even John was like, "Damn, this is a bad bitch." Hey, Josh, listen.
I'm right here.
Revelation 17 and verse 6. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahushua. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. Great admiration. Admiration, when you go into the word admiration, it means love. So this chick, she probably had titties out, fat ass, you know, stilettos, pumps, a nice dress.
She had the wine over the
yeah. She was looking real, like Jay say, tantalizing. She was looking good. Tense, seductive.
But it's a whore. She's a whore.
And that's how these nations view America. They see a big, like Jake overseas, they think America's literally paved in gold. My mama told me that. She was like, I thought over here was paved with gold. They actually think that.
Well,
they actually think that, man.
That's why everyone came over with the Chinese. That's why the Chinese came over here, because they were being told that America was paved with gold. But when they got here, they built the railroad, boy. It's paved in concrete, and they had to build them train tracks, man. And they got reparations for that. What were Jake reparations for that? Every Chinese nigga got 25 racks for that. And they got paid back. They said it was wrong that they did that to them because they tricked them. There's trickery.
Hey, if I might add on. Oh, you got a scripture? Right?
Yes, there's more.
You know, the catch like real
Verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues."
And that voice is going to be said in the Hebrew, man. The Lord's going to return, and he's going to get up out of her. And the brothers going to be beamed up, and sisters and children that are slated to make it, they're going to be saved from the destruction that is at hand. Oh, yeah.
Zechariah 14 and 12, it says, "And this shall be the plague wherewith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth." Speaking about the destruction, right? So it says, that ye be not partaker of her plagues. The plagues is the nukes, the nuclear destruction.
Can you get Joel real quick? Since we said Joel 2, where it says before them was as a garden.
Oh, I got you.
It just the brothers made a point that some nations are gonna go back to their land, but that doesn't mean all of them. Because when you read Revelation 17, and when it talks about the many waters, talking about the people. And when it talks about these other people, it's actually getting into these other nations. And then, like I said, sometimes you got to read up and read down and tell you. And I believe it's in the 15th verse, and it says, "And he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest were where the war sits are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. America is known to have, you know, you got Chinese, you got Arabics, melting pot, you know, people that speak Spanish. So not necessarily just, you know, some people are going to go, some nations will go back to their country, but a lot of these nations that had help putting their hands on Israel, it's going, you know, they're going to pay by the nukes.
Joel 2 and 3, it says,
one.
Oh, sorry. Joel 2 and 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble.
That's what we're doing. We're sounding the trumpet in Zion, man. But our people ain't fucking listening. Right. So when it happens, that's sorry.
For the day of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua cometh, for it is nigh at hand.
It is nigh at hand, man. The evil, King of Ezekiel 7. So the day of the Lord fast approaches, man. So the day of the Lord is upon us, man. And it's only going to increase. The day of the Lord is all the evils that's about to come upon this earth until He actually returns. And our people aren't taking heed to it. So when it happens, fuck you, man. You take your sweeping ass up the street. And that's all our jakes, sweeping niggas, man. Rather they sweeping at Chrysler, rather they sweeping at Ford, rather they sweeping somewhere else. That's our people. They servants, man. They fucking slaves. They want to stay slaves, so the Lord going to destroy you as a slave.
Fucking cool with a broom.
Cool with a broom. Cool with a fucking broom, bro. Cool with a broom. Go ahead.
Okay. This is Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 3. Now is the end come upon thee.
Go back.
And I will send mine anger upon thee, and will judge thee according to thy ways, and will recompense upon thee all thine abominations. And mine eyes shall not spare thee, neither will I have pity, but I will recompense thy ways upon thee, and thine abomination shall be in the midst of thee. And ye shall know that I am Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Thus saith the Lord power, and evil, and only evil, behold, is come. And evil is come, the end is come, it watcheth for thee, behold, it is come.
Yep, that's where we at, man. Evil and only evil, it is come, bro. It watches for thee, behold, it is come. Evil is what? Bad times, man. Our people don't want to listen, man. We tell you trying to, because who ultimately is this destruction for y'all, brother? Who ultimately was this destruction set up for?
Esau.
It's for us.
Esau.
It was set up for Esau. It was set up for Esau. But of course it's going to come to us because what? It says you're your father the devil. The lust to him will you do. So because is the Lord going to destroy Israelites that's actually seeking him? No. He's going to save them and deliver them. But the ones that want to keep that Gentile heathenistic mindset, he's going to destroy them because what does he look at them as? Heathens.
Unless there be any fornicators.
Yeah, a profane person as Esau. And Jake acts just like him, man. That's why he says that.
Eat their steaks medium rare. That's why they like.
That's not even. That's a good point. But their mindset, man. Their mindset.
They move like Edomites.
They move like Edomites, man. Our people treat each other like the devil treat one another, evil to one another, because Esau is evil to his own.
That's a curse too.
But what Paul was getting at, he said at least any profane person be as Esau, meaning don't be like this dude. This is an example of not to be like. And you niggas, because you had Jake being like that, man. They were in the Roman Empire acting like devils, man. He said, don't be like that. No, don't be as Esau.
Profane means outside of
the temple. Because if you're outside the temple, you're out of the grace of the Lord. So what? You're vulnerable to the destruction.
Back in Joel 2, in verse 2, it says, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong, there have not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. And that great people and the strong is talking about those nukes, the missiles. Right? It's not talking about an actual army, like an actual like physical group of people. No, it's talking about those nukes. Verse 3. A fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. Yea, and nothing shall escape them. I'll read it again. A fire devoured before them, and behind them a flame burneth. Because those missiles, it has a repelling agent. It says, the land is as the Garden of Eden before them. That land is referring to America, because America has some beautiful places. You go to East Lansing, they got a bunch of little gardens and stuff. It's solid. It's nice. It's nice. They got gardens. They got different, because they got a lot of college students up there and stuff. So they got different plant areas that they set up. It's nice. Then when you're driving down the highway, let's say you're going from one city to another city, especially where there's a lot of countryside, there's places that look pretty nice. All right, you go out to places in America with mountains, you know, different things like that. You got a Yellowstone.
Well, the whole land,
nice.
When the Lord created the earth, he said he placed Adam eastward to Eden.
Yeah.
Meaning the planet Earth was Eden. He placed him eastward of Eden, meaning he placed him eastward of Eden, eastward in the Middle East. The whole earth was Eden. The whole earth was a paradise. But Esau has taken the earth away from that paradise. Now it has become desolate and a barren wasteland.
So that's what it means, the land before them. So before the nukes hit, you look at America, some nice little places, look all nice and whatnot. But then it says what? It says, the land is as the Garden of Eden before them. So before the missiles hit, America got some nice little places that look nice, right? And behind them a desolate wilderness. That's after the nukes hit. Yea, and nothing shall escape them, because you can't outrun a missile. I don't care how fast you are. No, I don't care how fast your car is. You cannot outrun a missile. Yeah. You can't outrun no missile.
Shamar, you say you got a
Oh yeah, I got some. This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 39. It says, therefore the wild beasts of the desert with the wild beasts of the island shall dwell there, and the owls shall dwell therein, and there shall be no more inhabited forever, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation.
What they call it in that movie? The Forbidden Zone.
And that's after them nukes hit and they cool down. Like the brother said, it's a process, and all them desert creatures migrate over here. It's gonna be like owls and serpents, vultures, and dead bodies.
Yeah.
You got something?
It was just speaking of the missiles. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 9, and verse 16. It says, and the number of the armies of the horsemen were 200,000, and I heard the number of them. And thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them having
200,000, meaning 200 million. 200 million, not missiles, warheads. Because one missile carries multiple warheads. So he saw, because John is looking up, and he sees a bunch of warheads coming down. Now he didn't have a way to describe it. And he couldn't even number it because there were so many. So he physically heard something that said 200,000, which is 200 million. So 200 million warheads are going to bombard America. Did you have more on that?
That was it. That's the point.
No, keep reading on it.
Okay. And it says, and thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them having breastplates of fire, and of Japheth, and brimstone, and the heads of the horses were heads of lions, and out of their mouths issued fire.
That's where the pain is, right there. The warhead, that's where the biggest destruction is. So everything else is just, because he does have one point of the vision where he actually seen the nukes flying, and he said it's looked at as a serpent, and he's not gonna fucking say it's a missile flying through the sky. It's a nuke. It's a nuke. It's a nuke. ICBM nuclear missile. Oh shit. No, he's seen the form of it, and that's what he said. It looked like a snake flying through the sky. They actually have little firework things too that's called snake. Light on fire and it It makes a black smoke trail. Keep going.
It says, issue fire and smoke and brimstone. By these three were the third part of man killed by the fire and by the smoke and by the brimstone, which is issued out of their mouths.
Who's the third part of it? Who's the third part of it? Esau. But that's what it said. It said, who was it for? Who was those nukes for? It was for the third part of it. But this destruction was set up for Esau. For Esau. But since our people want to be tagged along with the heathens, you're going to get caught up in the destruction. We'll get to back up real quick. Can you get Jeremiah 9 and 25? Just to back it up real quick.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 9.
Because who does the Lord have a controversy with? Esau and these other nations. And he has one with Jacob because they don't want to listen. Go ahead.
Jeremiah 9 and 25. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will punish all them which are circumcised with the uncircumcised. Egypt and Judah and Edom and the children of Ammon and Moab and all that are in the uttermost corners that dwell in the wilderness, for all these nations are uncircumcised, and all the house of Israel are uncircumcised in the heart.
Just to prove that point, man. They're all uncircumcised with the circumcision of the uncircumcised. They spiritually want to be like heathens, so the Lord is going to judge them as such. But the ones that turn away from that, the ones, like Paul said, you were Gentiles in the flesh. Now, once past Gentiles, now you come back. Now we have hope in Yahushua. Now we have hope of the salvation and to be delivered. While the rest of our people, they don't. They'll be numbered with the heathens and they'll be destroyed with the heathen, and they'll come back in the kingdom in their right mind, because at the end of the day, they're still Israelites. But they want to act like heathens, so nigga, you a heathen. Yahushua said that out of his own mouth. Cast him off as a heathen man. The Lord said that. So what is this whole, how you not getting the Gentile thing? The Lord even called Jake heathen, said cast him off as a heathen man. If he can't get this, he's a heathen. The Lord called, he said if he can't understand this, he's a heathen. He's a lost cause. The Lord even told people who not gonna get it to fucking kill themselves, man. Where's this nice Jesus guy, bro? Where's this nice? That is something. Yeah, the Lord ain't no. The Lord is merciful, but the Lord is also wrath and power, man. Fucking talking.
My son.
My son. Cotton candy. Yeah, cotton candy. When the Lord gonna return in the sky. My children. My big smile on his face.
I missed you. Your arms outstretched. The Lord's already struck that damn statue of sweet.
Yeah.
Lord struck that one, man.
Ah.
Lord got instant looking at it. Ah.
Book of Matthew.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Okay, yeah, book of Matthew, chapter 10, verses 34. Think not that I come to send peace on earth. I come not to send peace on earth, but a sword. That's not being nice. So where all this is the Lord being nice? Precept. Okay, he's breaking division.
The Lord is separating from the righteous and the wicked.
Yeah, and the righteous and the wicked is actually our people.
Our own people.
Our own people. So then 2/3 of our people gonna get kicked in their ass. They're gonna have to enjoy the birthday candles that they like to be with. You know what I mean? They're gonna be birthday candles.
They're gonna be
Roman candles.
Roman
candles, man. They're gonna have to like it. You know what I mean? Because they ain't gonna like it. But I'm just saying, they're gonna have to deal with it. That's what I mean. They need to say. Because what? We turned our back on the Heavenly Father. The word is more important. A soccer game. You know how much an NBA game, because LeBron scored more points. That means shit.
That monkey.
That
LeBron,
don't mean shit.
Boule tatted.
Yeah, it don't mean shit. Do you know? Y'all sit there and watch a football game and was like, this shit is imaginary. You don't actually get 7 points because you crossed the line. It's just something they made up.
Yeah.
7 points. It's something they made up. You shoot a hole, you shoot a basket, 2 points. That shit don't exist.
Yeah.
It's not real.
It's not real. Exist.
Not real.
I'm sitting there listening, like, man, this shit is vain. Somebody give you a stop real quick with that one, man.
Oh, vanity is
Yeah, just get mad.
all is vanity.
What does vanity mean, brothers, man? Yeah, we can wait. The word
is that,
vanity. What does vanity mean, man? I didn't know what it means.
Nothing, bro. It's
Yeah,
worthless.
nothing. He's worthless.
It means nothing.
Man, it's vanity. It was all that is stupid soccer game in the net. It ain't real.
Can I get something?
FRNs. This ain't real, man. Monopoly money. Bring what you
This
got.
will back you up. This isn't what you got, but this will back you up. This is they that Jonah 2 in verse 8. They that observe lying vanities forsake their own mercy.
They love that. If a scripture say they love it to be so,
Yep.
they want it to be. They want you to. And Jake wants you to lie to them. They love the way that this place is going. All right. They know you sleep. All right. What the scripture tell you about being asleep? They say don't be. Somebody give 1:15, 1:5 and 8. 1 Peter 5 and 8, real quick. Somebody get 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. All right. We know what this is about, man. You got something you want to bring out?
Would you go for it? Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 2. Vanity of vanities, said the preacher. Vanity of vanities, all is vanity.
All is vanity. It's empty. What's the whole goal of this thing? What's the whole goal? What's the whole goal? Somebody get me out the 12th chapter. So you think about this. What you got?
Oh no, I got that 1 Peter 5 and 8.
5 and 8. Okay, got you. You think about this. This vanity is empty, worthless. Look, us really, we shouldn't be standing out here because what all Israelites should know this. All right. But we have to do it, all right? Because it was part of what we said. But they go to church, that's vanity, all right? We go put a whole suit on that's $5,000 when it's the same material as the first who bought it for $100, $70, $60, same material. It's worthless, man. All this, the school system worthless. All right? The best knowledge is out of the scriptures. Y'all heard of that? Who was saying that? It was the president, right?
Was it Nixon?
It was one of the presidents.
I know.
Kennedy.
Reagan said.
Oh, Reagan, yeah.
Reagan declared it the year of the Bible.
Yeah, you're right, Bob. He said that it was like Nixon or something.
One of them said a Bible.
I think before him,
Franklin Roosevelt.
Oh, Roosevelt.
That's what it was.
It said the Bible is better than a
college education.
College education, man. You learn this,
Understanding of the
but
Bible.
you know what about this is? You will understand a lot of things in your spiritual. That's what you got to deal with. About the spirit quicken if the flesh profit if nothing. So you get down what? Because you got a Range Rover. You pull up, you just spend $100,000 on shit that rolls right here. That gets you the same distance. You wasted time and money, but it gets the status. Living in America and the world, this system is a worthless place. Because what? The reason we gotta do that, the reason we're getting crushed every day is because we went to worthlessness than pushing Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, understanding that we had to stay with him, man. So guess what the Heavenly Father is? So you want that? I'm gonna turn my back and see what your end shall be.
Yeah.
And guess what you're gonna receive with that? You're gonna receive worthless. Because you look at it every day, it's worthless. You look at it. It don't make sense.
This is to back you up. This is Jeremiah 44:25. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, saying, Ye and your wives have both spoken with your mouths, and fulfill with your hands, saying, We will surely perform our vow that we have vowed to burn incense to the Queen of Heaven, and to pour out drink offerings unto her. You will surely accomplish your vow and surely perform your vow. Therefore hear ye the word of the Lord, all Judah that dwelleth in the land of Egypt. Behold, I have sworn by my great name, saith the Lord, that my name shall no more be named in the mouth of any man of Judah in all the land of Egypt, saying, the Lord God liveth. Behold, I will watch over them for evil and not for good, and all the men of Judah that are in the land of Egypt shall be consumed by the sword and by the famine until there be an end of them. So the Lord even said, he said, no, you're gonna fulfill your vow. You gonna do that. You gonna worship to the Queen of Heaven. But this is what I'm gonna do to you. This is what I'm gonna do to you. I'm gonna fuck you up, nigga, and I'm gonna watch over you for evil. I'm gonna sit there and let you be destroyed. Since you wanna. He said, I will take my name should not be named in the mouth of any of the men of Judah, man. He took his name away
from your mouth.
That's why we lost who we were, and the Lord took everything from us. He stripped us. Even the most, because the importance of having the name of the Lord, that is the name that would deliver us. Even if Jake was saying it just to say it, that name had it had power to it. Because in Judah, in Judges, they called upon the name of the Lord. And he delivers them, even though he knew they was gonna fuck up again. He knew they was gonna fuck up again and go into wickedness, but he still delivered them. So he said, you know what? Give me that. Give me that, nigga. Give me that back. Give me that. Nope. You can't call on me no more. Now when you in slavery and you saying, oh God, help me while you being whipped, I'm just watching. I'm not gonna help you. You ain't calling on me. You saying
Jesus Christos.
You saying that shit you learned in Africa, nigga? I don't know. I don't know. Who the fuck is this? Or even with the Northern Kingdom, they some of them actually did know the name of Yahweh, but a lot of them had it wrong. They would say the Great Spirit, Jehovah. There's one that's I can't. It's like J-A-U. It's weird, bro. It's like a broken form of the name of the Lord. But even then, when the conquistadors came, they couldn't do shit. They got their ass whooped. They was calling on the Great Spirit all the time. They was always calling on the Great Spirit to help them in the battle. And the Great Spirit didn't help them. They lost. They lost.
So anybody got one right now?
Yeah, I got one.
Go ahead, bring it up.
This is Lamentation 4 and verse 1. It says, how is the gold become dim? How is the most fine gold changed? The stones of the sanctuary are poured out in the top of every street. The precious sons of Zion, comparable to fine gold, how are they esteemed as earthen pitchers, the work of the hands of the potter? So in other words, he went from riches to rags. Jeremiah like, what the hell did happen? Well, you like, what the hell? You went from being clothed in precious. Well, it's actually going to say that. Let me read it. It says, Lamentation 4, verse 5. They that did feed delicately are desolate in the streets. They that were brought up in scarlet embrace dunghills. So it's like, God damn, you was in royalty. You was dressed in scarlet. You was decked out. Now you
nigga, you work at Chrysler.
Now you at Chrysler. No, now you sweep. Now you sweep outside downtown.
Yeah, sweeping the down street.
Jeremiah, like, what the hell did happen?
You a sweeper for the downtown Detroit, nigga. Yeah. You a sweeper, nigga. You downtown transit. Oh yeah, you sweep downtown transit, or you drive the bus, or you fucking you're a slave, man. You went from having.
He said scarlet to dunghill. God damn.
You went from having sovereignty and royalty, and now look at you eating crabs and lobster. Pirates didn't eat crabs, bro. But you know how vile a pirate is, bro? A pirate is a motherfucker.
A pirate was a Jake. A pirate was a Jake.
Well, they make pirates. Yeah.
That was Jake driving them motherfuckers.
But it was driving them Edomites.
Edomites too, but there was a whole bunch of things with that, pirates.
They didn't eat crab.
They came to get your booty. You know what I mean? Get your gold. They wanted that bread.
They wanted the riches.
Yeah, they wanted that bread.
The loot.
But you gonna eat the crabs. and you got all that fish around. Get the fuck out of here.
They don't. I believe you brought pirates didn't eat crab, shrimp, lobster, catfish. All because you know why they didn't eat that shit? Because it's on the bottom of their fucking boat.
Yeah.
They like scurvy and shit. You people eating scurvy and thinking it's a goddamn delicacy.
Yeah.
Look at you, man. And Jake's love a goddamn seafood. They all,
especially Eve, man.
Beginning with the black one.
Bro,
She loves that
seafood boil.
They get a seafood boil.
Yeah. Sucking the damn butter off the crab legs.
Got a seafood boil. Man, you eating filth, nigga. You eating garbage. You eating straight garbage. People look at pirates as being as trash. But the pirates really they did have money and shit. But people look at them as being worthless. They wouldn't even eat that, man. That was the prisoner's food.
Because they didn't understand. They knew.
They just had one eye patched in them.
Peter Pan. But yeah, they knew that shit. They wasn't eating that shit. That was all that seafood, all that's prison food, man. You niggas love some crab shit. That's prison food, nigga. That's garbage. That ain't no delicacy. The so-called white man that lied to you, monkey. Yeah. You and I'm keep calling you niggas monkeys too, because you act like animals, bro. You fucking stupid rockhead ass monkeys, man. I'm sorry for even disrespecting the monkeys. I ain't do nothing. Shit, man. You talking to me like
Monkey's pretty smart, bro.
This is Lamentation chapter 1 and verse 18. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is righteous, for I have rebelled against his commandment. So the Most High was righteous in fucking us up. Because why? We rebelled against the Most High. It says, "Hear I pray you, all people, and behold my sorrow. My virgins and my young men are gone into captivity."
Rebellion. You have rebelled against your power. That's right. Rebellion.
Are they talking about us?
Go ahead.
Verse 21.
Fucking rebellion.
They have heard that I sighed. Like what the brother just did. He just sighed. It's like, God damn, you see our woman traveling with Esau, that piss you off.
Rebellion.
That's rebellion. And the scripture said what concern rebellion? It says the sin of witchcraft. And the scripture say, what do you do to a witch? She suffered to live. She gotta die. They have heard that I sighed. There is none to comfort me. All mine enemies have heard of my trouble. They know that you catching hell. And guess what? They're glad. They're happy. They're happy that Jake is at the absolute bottom. It says, they are glad that thou hast done. See, it's crazy. Jake is fucking stupid, man. Even these other nations know that it was the Most High that jacked us up. That's what it says. They are glad that thou hast done it. These nations are glad that the Most High fucked us up, man. Because it's not as if these nations were so powerful that the Most High couldn't defend us. No. The Most High brought us low in order for them to overtake us. It says, they are glad that thou hast done it. Thou wilt bring the day that thou hast called, and they shall be like unto me. Meaning what? We're going to switch places, man. Just as much as you see Jake at the bottom, Jake walk down the street, bugged out of their minds, that's how Esau is going to be in the kingdom. When you see Eve talking against the Israelite man, that's how the white woman is going to talk against the Edomite man in the kingdom.
Already do.
It's already started. And it's only going to get worse and worse and worse. Just as much as you see Eve getting with Esau on this side, Esau is going to be getting with the Edomite woman is going to be clinging to Jake in the kingdom, man.
They already doing
that. They doing it now.
You got to beat them back and take Edomite's back.
Get off me.
You're going to have babies with him. I didn't go slave.
A little more. One more verse.
You ain't going to be forcing her.
What can you bring to the table?
Play with your husband. I need slaves, bitch. You better go have sex with that, man. You gotta dip with us.
Verse 22, it says, let all their wickedness come before thee, and do unto them as thou hast done unto me for all my transgressions. Look at how bad the Most High did this to us, for us fucking up. So the Most High, Jeremiah says, let all their wickedness come before thee, and do unto them as thou hast done unto me. So all this shit that they did to us, that's what the Most High is going to do to them in the kingdom. And he's going to use his people to do it. Ezekiel 25:12. He says, I shall take vengeance by the hand of my people Israel. So just as much as they lynched us, that's what's going to happen to them in the kingdom. All right? Payback's a bitch. It says, for my sides are many and my heart is faint. So you did this to us, that's your future in the kingdom. That's why the rich man said, let Lazarus dip the tip of his finger in water and cool my tongue, for I'm tormented in this flame. They want some type of relief. In the kingdom, they're going to be catching hell from can't see to can't see, man. In our kingdom, we're going to have 100% employment. Every Edomite is going to be employed in the kingdom of heaven, man. Every Edomite. That's your future.
And this goes back to worshiping idols. That's what this goes back to.
Yeah, look at the black woman shaking her fucking head. So you niggas that's for the so-called white man and that's being friends, you gonna fucking die, man. You niggas that's not for, they enslaved us, man. For these niggas to have TikTok, bro. To be on Instagram, to be fucking ardent people, build the streets, build the fucking roads in the street. For these motherfuckers that have TikTok, man, they killed and destroyed our people while your black ass is sitting there in the car shaking your head, man. The Lord is gonna get fed up with that, man. The Lord is gonna do something to you Israelites, man. He gonna get rid of all the rebellions of the children of Israel are gonna die by the sword, man. Y'all gonna get ripped through, man. You niggas that's not for the Lord, y'all gonna die, man. All of y'all. And we not gonna care. The Lord not gonna care. The Lord, just like he didn't have pity in slavery, he not gonna have pity when a so-called white man killing y'all asses. That's why with what's that nigga that had the knee on his neck? George Floyd. Y'all niggas gonna get George Floyd, and the Lord gonna laugh at y'all, man. Fuck that nigga, man. And fuck all you other niggas, man. Whoa, Gabar got something.
Gotcha.
Nigga, bitch in the car shaking her head, man.
Yeah, but she gonna
at this sign. This happened to us. She didn't even see this yet.
She's part of that. She was the reason.
She here. That's her. Yeah, her man just sitting there.
She right there.
This happened to us. This is our ancestors. And it's ridiculous.
This is we in Judges real quick. This is Judges. I'm gonna start at 10. Judges 10 and 10. It says, and the children of Israel cried unto the Lord, saying, we have sinned against thee, both because we have forsaken our power. And that's what's happening. We forsake that power we got. And he told us, look, if you don't get right, I'm gonna give you these things. These with Deuteronomy 28. All these, all the way down. If you don't, you're gonna be on shit to Egypt, and all these things gonna hit you too. All right. It says, we have sinned against them, thee both, because we have forsaken our power and also served Balaam. And the Lord said unto the children of Israel, did not I deliver you from the Egyptians and from the Amorites and from the children of Ammon and from the Philistines and the Zidonians also, and the Amalekites and the Monites? It says, did oppress you, and ye cried to me, I delivered you out of their hands. So constantly the Lord delivered us. This is the book of Judges. So
where you at?
10 and I'm at 12, going to 13 now, right? So we was constantly delivered by the Heavenly Father, and we're gonna have a great deliverance now, right? So this is verse 13 says, yet ye have forsaken me and served other gods. Wherefore I did deliver you. I did deliver you no more. So he's trying to deliver you no more. Guess why? We're not delivered. We're not out of this position that we're in right now. We're going to be in that day, we gotta wait till Yahweh shall return to get out of this place, man. All right, because it's gonna be hell on the day when Yahweh shall return. It's gonna be pure D hell, man. All right. So then it said, because we were speaking about the church, it says, go and cry to your gods, which ye have chosen. Let them deliver you in a time of your tribulation. Go ahead, go let Jesus come save you. Go let Jesus come save you. Come let Buddha come save you. Elijah Muhammad come save you. Come on. Hey, and one thing I don't know, brothers know that you see people say Yahweh is actually an Edomite God. Oh, right? He's an actual Edomite God.
Like very
So that's how they get you to trick you, man. All right, and you constantly going back to the guys or saying, I don't believe that, I believe in the universe, all that shit, man. This all goes back to idol worship. All this goes back to idol worship. All right, and that's how you forsake it. Because why? You think you got benefits, you're gonna receive benefits. You right? You go ahead and worship the spiritual demon Satan, which is those idols, which they say they don't breathe, they don't say nothing. All right, and you keep forsaking the Lord, and guess what you get? You get a foot in the ass, right? You get something called slavery. You get something that you get a knee on your neck. You don't have shit. They tax the hell out you, man. You make a good wage and they taking half of that shit, man. So $20 you went some 20 years ago. Shit, $20 don't mean shit.
That's $5.
That's $5, man.
They say that
$5 bill is like an adult.
It's gone immediately. All right, so
you get two things from the damn grocery store, even or a restaurant. It's gone. It's gone.
Yep. Two things. $100. I'm about to go just spend this $20 bill that I got to go get some shit. You know you got to get more than that. You know you need some more eggs. Eggs are already $7.99, $10 at the max. And you know, and that's why some brothers got chickens in they chicken coop, man. Yeah, man, you get 4 eggs from a chicken a day. What you think? Shoot.
That's a gold mine.
That's
right
a
now.
gold mine. You can sling it.
This is our second.
And they different, and they fresher, different tasting eggs. I wouldn't even know what a different tasting egg is.
This is second Ezra 9 and
Second Ezra 9?
Yeah, second Ezra 9 and what? Okay, second Ezra 9 and 11. Wait a minute.
What you looking for?
Second Ezra 9 and where they had loathed my law.
Oh yeah, 11. 12 or 11.
For such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me, and they that have loathed my law while they yet had liberty, and when that yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not but despised it.
Yeah, they despise it. You know, what this gonna do for me, man? Buddha gave my man, he a millionaire for observing. Man, Jake is going into all facets of religion and life and want the benefits from what Satan to give him. Because Satan blessing these people too. What you think he was trying to do with Yahweh Shai? But that was a wicked deal. All right? Yahweh Shai wasn't taking that. All right? Yeah, it was already promised, man. And we was promised for us to receive the kingdom. So why would you sell out at this moment? All right? Jake doing that. You got it?
The same must know it after death by pain.
Yeah, you're gonna get beat, gonna get heated up, cooked like that popcorn. You know how popcorn get heated up and you start popping. That's how people gonna be popping.
Baruch 3 and 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments, bills. Parking tickets, speeding tickets, insurance bills, late fees. And guess what? We're for reproach. Because these stations, they talk all kinds of shit about us. What was that movie you watched last week?
Menace to Society.
Yeah, he walked in that store. That Moabite was following. She said, hurry up and buy.
Hold it, big boy.
I feel sorry for you.
Yeah, I feel sorry for your people. I said, damn. Wow. Yeah. So it says, for reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from Yahweh our power. Hear Israel, the commandments of life. Give ear to understand wisdom. How happened it in Israel that thou art in thy enemy's land? Translation, what the hell did happen? How are you in the land of your enemies? You was at the top. How you at the bottom?
I'm saying to consider it. You gotta consider how we end up here.
It says that thou art waxing old in a strange country. So a strange country meaning what? You're not in your land. We're not in the land of Israel right now. And our people have waxed old within a strange country. All right? Jake over here, they've waxed old. And they're not in their land. That thou art defiled with the dead. That thou art counted with them that go down into the grave. Thou hast forsaken the fountain of wisdom. For if thou hadst walked in the way of the Most High, thou shouldest have dwelled in peace forever. So if we did the right thing off jump, off rip, we would have been good.
Get the opposite. Precepts. I got you. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 83, and I'll start at 4. And it says, they have come and let us cut. It says, they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. And it says, the tabernacles of Edom, the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. And like I said, when you actually just look at the world, man, we're Negroes. We're Spics.
Yeah.
And we're not called by our true heritage. And like I said, we on the low. We were talking about menace to society. We had Ammon, Mo, we got us at the drugstore. Hurry up and buy. Or you might have Ishmael. I'm sorry. you know, putting us down, man. And like how the brother just say, they arrogant, but they all keep us down in a lowly, position, I guess I would use the word.
You have something, brother?
I got the one.
Who has something?
I didn't have to research.
Okay. Kamar got something.
All right, so with that, we're going to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakudash. Of honors to our apostle, Mills, Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect. Abba Babal.
Abba Babal.
Shalom.
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 No quality after